Times in our lives, we all have pain, we all have sorrow. But if we are wise, we know that there's always tomorrow. Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on, for it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'll understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Why don't you lean on? If you need a friend, I'll be your friend. Come on and lean on me. Please, won't you swallow your pride? If I have things you need to borrow, for no one can feel those of your needs that you won't let go. Why don't you just lean on anytime? Come on and lean on. If you need a friend, and if you got a problem, I'm your problem solver. Why don't you lean? Come on and lean on me. Call on me, brother, sister, give me your hand. You can, you can, you can. Swallow up your pride. Please, children, people, lean on me.
Well, hello everybody. Hey, 556. Izzy, are you still here? Why don't you guys hop on here then if you want? I'm sorry, I've been out of the loop lately. I haven't been around. I was supposed to do excuse me, a live last night, but I just wasn't in the mood to do it, so oh god. Let me get there. Actually, that might be a real possibility, Mr. Smith. um get Chris Truck and you guys can come on if you want and then we could talk about it because there's a lot going on and I'm glad I've kind of taken a little bit of a break from it because I have a lot of stuff going on in my personal life that needs attention and just watching news and other things that get me frustrated, stressed out, pissed off that I have no control over or can do anything about isn't helping me take care of the business that I need to take care of. So yeah, so sorry. I was gonna actually message you last night and tell you I was going live, but then I changed my mind and decided not to do it. So I'm kind of glad that I didn't message you. And then this one was just a last minute decision because of a couple of the things that I heard. So there's a few things going on right now that have a major cause for concern for me. And at this point, I'm like, let's do it. You know what I mean? So can you message Trock and see if he wants to come on or call him or whatever? And you guys can come up here and we can, do the Brady Bunch thing. If you want. I mean, you don't have to. There's no pressure. I know you've been asking me to come on your stream lately and I just haven't been in the mood for it. Like when I'm not happy or feeling like myself, I tend to avoid people. Because I don't, okay, hang on. Because I don't want to, hi Carol, how are you? If you want to come on, you're more than welcome to come up as well. I hope that I got this. Hang on a second. No, I didn't get it. Hang on. Just one sec. You guys know me. No IT tech here. Okay, so 1 second. There we go. So before I get into anything, I'll let you guys come up and then we can, have some laughs first before I go all fucking Gestapo. Hey, Glenn, how are you? So I dropped the link in the chat if anybody wants to come up, and I know you and I know that you're not, a weirdo, then I'll let you on the panel. But you got to be careful who you let up on your panel out here, because people like to try and play little games with people, which is weird. Like, I could understand if you wanted to do that against somebody that was like kind of already fucking with you or your life or talking about you or whatever the case may be. If there's like already a situation happening, I can see somebody being immature and wanting to do things like that. But like, I'm not out here to bash anybody except for the people in charge of my country. And there's a good reason for that. I didn't just pick a subject out of the air and be like, oh, I'm going to bitch about this today. It's because it's fucking destroyed my life. So yeah, you goddamn right I'm angry. And this is the only way I can even be heard. And even then, I can't really be heard because I'm censored the shit out of. And I find it funny that all these people are like, oh, this bill is coming in to censor our speech. And it's like, dude, welcome to my world. It's been happening to me for years. Hello there. How are you, sir?
I'm here with my friends.
Oh, look at you. Yeah, you got it going on. Where's Trudeau? We need a donkey's head for him.
He's not involved in this because he's probably
hiding in his bunker.
Yeah, he probably that's all right. Trump's gonna be arrested or indicted or whatever.
Hold that thought for 1 second. Chris Truck is coming on. There we go.
Oh, there he is.
Oh, hey, Chris Truck. Hey.
Hello. How are you?
That's a loaded question. What the hell's going on? I can't even see Chris Truck in this. Where is he?
What do you mean?
I don't know. Do you see yourself on the screen?
No, all I see is 556.
Same here. Like, okay, so remember, you guys, I've told you that YouTube has been trying to silence me for years. Well, they can't silence me, but they can take away my picture. So, like, I'm wiped off the face of the planet. That's my thing.
No,
yeah.
You're on StreamYard. Listen, look down below. You must have to add yourself to the.
No, but when I set up the link for the stream, puppies, no poppers.
Oh my God.
When I set up the link for the stream, I added my avatar and it's not there. So.
Okay, so then there's other things. There's like, how do you want to present the screens?
Yeah, but I don't know if I do that now, it might kick me out. So if it does, I'll be right back. Hang on.
It won't.
Oh, it might. I'm on my phone though. That's why it might. So hang on. I'll try it.
On the phone. Okay.
Leo, if I get kicked out, I'll come back. Just keep talking. It's your guys' show right now.
Of course. That's funny.
Okay, hang on.
No, it is very different on the phone than on a laptop, PC, whatever, iPad. It's very different for sure.
Who do you got behind you there?
He's got a party going on.
Oh, that's me in the Oval Office with President Trump and Obama.
There are literally two Mr. Smiths.
What? I can't even. I only see him. Oh no, I see him to the left. Yes.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that.
And then there's a bust of
Obama and Donald Trump is who I see.
Right, but then there's a bust of, I think, Martin Luther King and Lincoln on the right.
Where do you see that? Where do you see that?
You don't see the busts, the heads, the statues?
Well, barely. I'm on my phone though, so I can't really see it that well.
This is actually this was actually taken in the White House, and I was never there. I just photoshopped myself into it, but it's actually in the White House. But I was never.
Oh, I thought that you were actually in there drinking.
No, I haven't. I haven't been there since I was a kid. No, I was never there.
Hi, Bella. Hi, Carol. Carol, if you'd like to come up, you're more than welcome to as well. Bella, I don't know you, but if you'd like to come up, you're welcome to. If these guys vouch, if they vouch for you, then I'm good with that.
I'll vouch for Bella 110%. She's awesome.
And I'll vouch for Carol.
Well, I've had Carol on many times. I love Carol. Like her accent alone, I could listen to her all day.
Of course, I'll vouch for Carol any day, but I'll actually vouch for Bella Rose. She's a dick though, so just so you know. Well,
I've
to
seen
me,
her in your chats, and
me.
you seem to pick on her a lot, so that tells me she's probably good people.
I don't
Yes.
pick on her. She picks on me. Then
He constantly picks on her.
Well, I instigate, but she fucking breaks my balls all the
Bella,
time.
you know what that means, right? You remember back in like school when the boys would throw stones at the girls that they liked, right? That's what he's doing. That's what he's throwing stones at you.
Dip their ponytail in ink. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I do to her.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I do to her. But she don't put up with shit. You know what? She's a grandmother. Did you know that?
Bella's a
Rose is
grandmother? I didn't think she was that old.
I'm sorry. She's
not.
Grammy.
She's very young.
Grammy.
Well, actually, you know what? Age means nothing in this day and age because friends in their 40s are grandparents now. Like, what the hell is that?
Exactly.
Yeah. So I can't change this layout. I've tried. It won't let me do anything.
No, Bella. I would completely stand
come back in.
Behind Bella for sure. Thanks for your support, Bella. Watch out for that guy 556 in truck. Don't be a dick. You retracted 2 messages already. So she's funny. I love her sense of humor. She's funny. Carol's Carol's straight up like, I don't give a fuck what.
Carol is awesome. I love Carol. She's so smart. She's so like classy. Like she's so nice. Like her accent, I love it. Like and she doesn't take shit. That's what I love the most about her.
Oh, you see what just okay? Bella already retracted 2 messages, and she just said, "I'm here for Carol." I'm like, sir, like you can't even just say, fucking hi or kiss my ass or like try to kick me in the nuts.
Go fuck yourself. She's here for Carol.
Right. Exactly.
Well, I see Chris Chalk now. Oh, not now.
I'm just like, okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's the way you got. It's the way you got the layout. Because once I shut my camera off, I disappear.
Why am I the only one up here like it's a?
I don't know, but my other buddy Chris, you know, the one that comes on sometimes with us. He was on here one day and I was talking in the background and I was fucking dying of laughter because he was pretending like he was moving his lips like it was me. And I was like, you guys don't even know that I'm back here. Like I could fuck with you so much. Like it's hilarious.
Yeah. I think it's something to do with the view.
Who the hell?
I don't
pissed off. No, I didn't do anything to that. Who the Oh, Carol, you don't count 556, Carol said. And Bella Rose said 556 piss off, you don't count. I'm starting to learn that.
Strong ladies are perfect. So many soy boys. Yep, cucks all around. Soy boy cucks. I don't know what the fuck they put in. I don't know what's going on. Like I've never seen, not these guys on my panel, not you guys either. But you know what I'm talking about when I say that, right? Like all of this shit going on and nobody's stepping up to be like, hey, there's a fucking problem here. Like, we need to fix this.
Mm-hmm.
It's embarrassing, really. If I was a dude, I would be embarrassed. Not to you guys. You guys have balls. Like, you come on here, you speak your mind loudly, like, and I'm like, that's great. That's what I love about a person. But
I'm just curious about the you said soy boy cocks.
Well, you know what that is? Is like it's okay. There's like an alpha male and then a beta male, right?
Oh,
one is like a strong dominant type, and the other one is more like a female energy, and that's what they call soy boys. Is that and
how do they identify?
Yay, Carol's coming on. I don't ask that question. How they identify? Hi, Carol.
Hi, Kim.
How are you, honey?
Chris. I'm good.
Right.
How are you? Hi, 556.
Hi, ma'am. Where are all the different? I'm the only asshole projected.
I don't get it. I don't know how to fix it. It won't let me fix it. I don't get it.
I could put my camera on, but there we go.
I could put my camera on, but God help us all. Like I didn't do my hair today.
That's what you have to. That's why.
Okay, so you have to join yourself to the
That's what I was trying to tell her, but she said she is joined.
Yeah, I am totally joined. I don't get what's happening, and this has been going on for like 2 or 3 weeks now. This faceless problem. They can try and silence me all they want. They can remove my face, but they'll never take my voice. Fuck you, YouTube.
That sounds like being Facebook. Fuck them. But
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think that's
I'm
the
like-
case. I think there's
I'm like,
something. I think you're just doing something different.
What do you mean, Chris? What do you think's doing different?
I think you're just doing something different. I really don't think anyone's trying to mess with you.
No, it's
Yeah,
just
but I'm
settings.
doing it the same way that I've done it every time, and I've been doing live streams forever.
It's just settings. I think you can go into your settings and take back control of.
Is it
Take
settings
that.
or I'm trying to look through it, but I don't have the. We're not the person doing the live stream, so there's more
Correct.
things.
Like, is there a way that I can grant you permission to change something? I don't know. What do I do? I don't know what to do. Like,
That
tell me.
part,
I don't know.
that part, I don't know. You can apparently because Angel
Yeah.
and Marla have done that, but I don't know how
Yeah.
that works.
I've heard that too, but I don't know how
Yeah, I
they
don't
do
know how
it.
that works.
Like
I
I know
really
you
don't.
can give someone a wrench, but there's evidently there's like a VIP wrench or something. Like where you
Oh, really? I've never even heard of that.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know
what
what.
I'm calling it, but it's like the person's able to like drop the link. They're also able to add people to the.
Oh, that's a monitor. I know what you mean, moderator. Like, yes, they can get like these special powers now, I guess, apparently, but
Right, but
whatever.
we don't know how to do it yet. I'm not sure how to.
I hope Carol's still with us because I can't even tell. Like, I can only see Mr. Smith.
I'm here.
So what's going on with you, Carol? Anything new and interesting or any fun stories to
No.
update us on?
No, not really. I'm just still
You sound sick.
upset. I'll put it mildly.
Oh, no, why?
I'm just upset with what's going on in this country. I can't
Oh, with
stand it
Trump.
anymore.
With
Same
Trump.
here. Same here, girlfriend. Same here. And it's getting worse.
Yeah.
Yep, it sure is.
Oh boy, I'm in trouble now.
You're always in
Why are
trouble.
you in trouble now?
I just told Bella Rose to shut her mouth when she talks to me because she's a.
How dare you?
Shut your mouth when you talk to me.
I know. I
How
had to.
dare you? Don't you start with my Bella.
No, I love Bella Rose for sure. She just thinks I'm crazy. I'm like, I fucking told you, and I'm like, you can. we break each other's balls, so to speak, and that's fine. That's fine. But she said, Carol. She said, Carol, give 556 crap. Laugh out loud. I said, shut your mouth when you talk to me.
I know, I see the comments.
Yeah.
What's going on in your country right now, Carol? Because there's a lot of shit going on here that I'm glad I've ignored lately.
I don't get how they're trying to even, I don't even know where to start. This whole ridiculous thing about arresting Trump is driving me crazy because they're going according to that chick Stormy Daniels' word on everything.
Right?
Meanwhile, Bill Clinton was caught in the White House with
Yep.
Monica Lewinsky and
Yep.
nothing happened to him.
Yep.
Kennedy had numerous affairs in the White House and outside of the White House, and nothing happened.
Wow. That's insanity to me. That is, it depends on who you are, is the way I see things.
No, you know what's going on in this country?
What?
The puppet that's in the White House isn't running the show. It's the people behind him.
That's right.
And they feel so threatened by either Trump or DeSantis because right now they're picking on Trump. If DeSantis enters the race, whom I like, they are going to turn around and try to do the same crap to him because they want to stay in control.
Yep.
And people better wake up because if they don't, this country it's already going down. It's going to go down even worse.
You know what my advice would be to, like, I know who DeSantis is. He's a strong runner for being somebody in charge. He's got that skill set, but he's also got that personality that people either love him or hate him, right? But if I were one of those guys, I would wear like a body cam and a microphone on me at all times so nobody can ever screw with you or blackmail you or anything. Like, that's what you got to think in these times today.
Yeah, because all they want to do is keep control of what they're doing and just running the money up, not giving a crap what it's costing the rest of us.
Yep.
And then the puppet comes out with I saw it on the news, one of the news channels the other day, because I have 2 channels on my phone that I keep up with that I read on.
Yep.
Oh, in the budget, we're cutting Social Security and Medicare. And I'm getting tired of hearing that that's a freaking entitlement
Yep.
because we paid all our lives into Social Security.
Yep.
And with Medicare, it's not free. They've got it confused. Medicaid is free. Medicare, you pay every month for, and then you've got to get a supplement plan to cover what they don't cover, and then a separate drug plan. So go fuck
Yep.
yourself. You're
Yep.
wrong.
Yep. Look what they're doing in France right now. Have you seen? There is an uproar, and I mean it's violent. Things are on fire, cops are fighting people, it's bad. And it's because they raised the retirement age, the pension age. I think it's from 62 to 64, and there's just civil unrest. And you know what? I hate to say this, and people listening and watching, it's not coming from me. I have proof of it, but there's people that are planning a civil fucking war in Canada, okay? I never thought I would say these words out loud, but legitimately they are. And it's terrifying. It's terrifying.
5.56. What did we say months ago is
Yep.
going to happen here?
Yep.
No,
But I thought it would happen to you guys first, not us. You know what I mean?
I don't want it, but it's going to happen.
Well,
So-
I'm at
It's
this
gonna
point.
happen.
I'm at this point. I don't care anymore. I got nothing left to lose. They've taken everything. There's nothing left.
They sold, I forget what state it was in. I was reading it today. They sold more government land to China. What the F is wrong with these people?
Yes.
Well, there's proof now that China interfered in our elections. And you know what Trudeau said? It's illegal for anyone to investigate him on this, even though he knew, and there's proof that he knew.
But there's people fighting, especially Michigan. That was a huge major headline today. People in Michigan, I forget exactly what city or town it was, but they're the Chinese are trying to they bought all this land and they're trying to build all these massive factories, production plants, shipping, whatever you want to call them. And people are like, no, fuck that shit. We're not having China in here. They're the enemy.
Yep.
That's nothing. Did you see what happened to that one woman? It was on the Fox News channel. I was reading the story today. She's a black woman.
Uh-huh.
She had $40,000 in her safety deposit box at a bank. And because the FBI decided somebody in the bank was laundering money, they turned around and they took everybody's security deposits boxes.
Well, you know why that
Yes,
is?
yes.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about.
I know exactly what you're talking. I watched this poor woman talking live on a interview. Yes.
You know why they're doing that, though, right?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
But this woman had that money in there as a deposit for a home. They have no business going into innocent people's accounts or safety deposit boxes that have nothing to do with all their crap.
I don't know if you guys have the same thing there, but in Canada, I just recently actually found out about this. It's called a bail-in. So what happens is ultimately when all of our economies crash because they're all corrupt and made this happen, they're going to steal your money. So don't leave any money in your bank at all, period. It happened in Silicon Valley. And now, ironically, you know why I think that's happening there? Because it's all the elites, all the the Zuckerbergs of the world and all these, elite people. They're taking their money. They've closed down. And now Facebook, the very next day, laid off 11,000 people. So good. See you later. Hope you feel the pain that we've been feeling. Fuck you.
So not only did they take cash from all these safety deposit boxes, they took jewelry.
That's right.
All kinds of things from all the safety deposit box, and they didn't even tell they weren't even listed these they're victims that were
right
bank customers, right?
Yep.
And then the only way this woman found out about it was from a local news story. She's like, the FBI raided which bank? And she's like, that was our bank. We need to go down there. and then all the shit was gone. All the money they'd saved for a house, like a down payment,
Oh,
like
wow.
tens of thousands of dollars, gone. Where was it? Phoebe had it, the FBI.
Phoebe, yeah. That's funny. Yep.
Fucking ridiculous what they
This
get
is
away
this
with.
is what's happening, and it's insanity. And now they're trying to say that we can't even do self-defense. So if I'm a woman walking down the street, I am not allowed to carry anything that would be used as a weapon, and I am not allowed to defend myself. That's what they're trying to say now. Good luck. All the power to you.
And they restrict your firearms rights like drastically.
Well, that's temporarily been put on hold because it's going to cause a war, essentially, and this is why they're trying to do it. So now I got this notice today from my bank, and I didn't pay much attention to it. It said something along the lines of, "We're going to digital whatever ID or digital something," and I was like, "No big deal. I already use online banking," so I didn't think much of it. Well, I went on Facebook today for the first time in a long time, and there's a video about a woman saying that she got one from another bank saying the same thing. So she called them to say, "Well, what is this exactly?" The bank could not explain to this customer what it is, but really is that they're taking over control is what it is. And they're not making it common knowledge, because if we all go do a bank run, their plans are fucked and they know it. So they don't want to tell you what it is.
Well, you know what's got me, Kim? You take somebody like my husband,
Yep.
okay?
Yeah.
He's a contractor.
Yeah.
He has large deposits in the bank, but what these assholes forget is that out of that account comes materials
Yep.
and everything else that he needs for the job.
Right.
What happens if they go in and take his freaking money? How does he make good to all his customers?
Well, they don't care. Like, the government doesn't care. They want you in this position. So ultimately, either we do fight back and they kill us, or you have enough and you off yourself. That's what I think, because there's no other reason. You can't push people to the max like this, steal every cent they own without anything, with no repercussions. Like, who do they think they are?
It's basic government suppression is what's going on, just like they're trying to do here. That's all it is. And
well, my opinion is, if they want to cut that damn budget so much and they want to cut the debt so much in this country, how about all those assholes on both sides take a cut in salary and get their hands out of their little piggy pet projects?
Yep. Cut the fat out of all the government, take away their fucking raises, their pensions, all of their fucking mansions, their yachts, all of it. Why do they get to live life like it's, they're kings, when really they're just shit on the bottom of your shoe?
I agree.
And it's people like us that are literally fighting to just stay alive, really.
Mm-hmm.
But they don't care.
And why do local and state politicians only get paid, like, and I'm not talking about like the governor or something, but like local and state politicians only paid a few thousand up to, like, I don't know, $50,000 something a year. But these assholes in Congress and the Senate and stuff, hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. What? For what?
Well, you know what? How does the prime minister, how does his net worth grow $365 million in 8 years? And I have to be careful how I word this because they censor this, but he has investments in certain companies that would have had insider knowledge, like Martha Stewart. Know where I'm going with this?
Oh, yeah, that bitch cost me a lot of stuff.
Yeah. So that's where we're at. And they allow this shit, but they come after people like us that have nothing left. And they just want to break your spirit. That's all they're trying to do now.
Well, that's like with the healthcare. They're all bitching about, we want Obamacare, we want this, we want that. They came in with this Obamacare. It's more expensive than other insurance. You want people to be covered by good insurance? Why don't you give us the same insurance the politicians freaking have?
Ha ha ha. They would never do that to us peasants. Are you kidding me? There's no logic. There's no common sense. There's no rationalizing with them. They ignore us. They censor us. They browbeat us into submission. Like, it's unbelievable to me.
No, it pisses me off, something pitiful, and I'm getting tired of it. and I'm getting tired. You know, I try to shut my mouth around like my friends and certain
Me
family
too.
members
Yeah.
because they're
Too.
so freaking woke. It drives me crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I look at New Jersey, and I just joined this thing because of my son.
Hmm.
Uh, they're fighting now with the governor there over the windmills that they put by the oceans because of all the dead whales and dolphins that are washing up.
Oh God.
And it's something to do with the wind, those windmills, and the sonar that reaches the whale's ears and the dolphin's ears or something. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, what are you killing everything?
They are. The supply chain, the food source, like any type of anything vital, like they're making our utilities, like our electricity and our heating unaffordable. They're making it so you can't even live in a home now.
Oh, you know what cracked me up?
It's,
I saw my electric and gas bill. Not only do they charge a fuel surcharge, now they're charging environmental charges on top of it,
Yeah, well
on top of the tax.
they can get
I'm
fucked.
I'm like, what the hell? Now with the garbage, with the people, I live in a community. Now there are businesses down behind in front of us, you know, and we all use the same company, and the company picks us all up at the same time. So if that's what you're doing, right,
Yep.
why are you charging each of us a fuel surcharge and an environmental charge?
Oh.
It's crazy. They come here, my garbage bill for the community, because there's only like 17 houses here,
Hmm.
it went up from $400, Kim,
Hmm.
to $798 this month.
Oh my God. And the thing is it's not just one way they're hitting you. They're hitting you with food costs, fuel prices, like your utilities, your mortgages are going up, the interest rates are going up. Like every single way they can hit you, they're doing it. And they just keep, you know why? Because they keep printing money. It's their debt and they're sticking it to us.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. And now they're talking about giving away more money.
Yeah.
Give
And
me a
why are we
break.
sending any money to fucking Ukraine? Fuck Ukraine, fuck Russia. Take care of our own first.
Well, you know what makes me laugh? I have people telling me, what difference does it make if they give out money? They print it. Are that people that stupid? Do they not realize that the middle class is what's paying all these taxes and
Yeah.
everything else? And sooner or later, I see this country going rich and poor because they're going to wipe out the whole middle class if they
Well,
haven't
they've
done it
already done that
already.
here. Yeah, they've already done that here. And now it's just the results are showing. Like it's been happening for a long time, but now reality's kicking in. And for the people that don't want to see it or acknowledge it or pay attention to it, when, and I'm going to say when, not if, when it fucking happens to them, I hope that they get treated better than the way that we've been treated for speaking up, trying to save their dumbasses.
True.
So it's just a matter of time. Everybody gets hit in different ways at different times. Maybe they're, a vital job right now. Maybe they're not. Look, the nurses. The nurses got us through the pandemic, but then they laid off every single one of them that didn't get the shot. So
Yeah.
you never know. Got here today, gone tomorrow. You never know when it's your turn.
Nope, you don't. Where did 556 go?
All right, back now.
Okay, so I have to explain something. The headphone cord for this stupid contraption I have is actually like 12 to 15 feet long. So while we're on here, I'm talking and moving around. It's getting all entangled and everything, and it's pissing me off. Oh, Bella Rose, she told me to get a life and to sleep well. She is well in character tonight. Thank you, Bella Rose.
Where's Chalk? I haven't heard his voice. Is he just sitting there listening, or is he gone, or what's going on with him?
I'm here. I don't know. Can you hear me?
I can now. What's going on with you?
Nothing. I just think that everyone should take their money out of the bank. And
Absolutely.
we should start a revolution before it's too late.
To be honest, I thought it was going to be the U.S. that started it before Canada, but now I think it's the other way around. It's just a matter of days or months, maybe, if that.
Yeah.
And I furthermore, I can't believe that they're publicly posting this on Facebook of all fucking places. Like, unbelievable. But they're
Yeah.
serious. They're not even joking. They're dead serious. And I'm like, you need to be a little bit more discreet.
Yeah. It's not. It's and it's like if you say anything on Facebook, they put you in Facebook jail. So
Yeah,
it's useless.
You know how many times I've been there, Chris?
me too. And then they start going through your timeline and going back years and punish you for shit that was
Oh,
was okay then, but not now.
Mr. Smith's in there for life.
I'm permanently banned from Facebook. I hate that. I hate that social media platform. This is the only social media platform I have anymore. I don't care. But can I curse?
Absolutely.
All right. Fuck Faceplant. I hate Facebook.
Yep.
Facebook needs to, and this is what I think, as there's probably a lot of people who know that I said this. I told Facebook directly. I'm like, when I protested my banning for the second time, or my suspension, sorry, I was like, you liberal California motherfuckers need to fall off into the Pacific Ocean, off the face of the planet.
Yep. And that's why I'm glad Silicon Valley got hit first, because it's all those people. Haha. How's it feel? And I know that sounds horrible to say, but honestly, I have no sympathy for them.
Bella Rose, who's in Cali, is gonna come on and be like, "Motherfucker, I told you to go to sleep, and I'll fucking kill you," because she's in Cali. I'm like,
Well, there's some good people out there. It's just the ones that are running the circus are the fucking morons, and the monkeys are okay. You know what I mean?
See what you just said?
But yes.
And Bella, you also misspelled my acronym, but that's fine.
Maybe she thought 666.
Yes, misnomer. Just use 3 6s. It would make more sense to you.
That's actually the symbol for Ottawa is 666. If you look at the Ottawa flag.
She's just being a jerk to me because she enjoys it.
Yeah.
What's the letter F stand for at the end, Bella? I don't understand.
Does anybody else's phone change words and shit on them without them noticing? Mine is doing that a lot lately, and it's like, is somebody in my phone? Like, what the hell?
Really?
Yeah, it changes words, it changes letters. Like, I was trying to send a text message the other day, and it kept like flipping back and forth between Twitter and the text message, and then it just went away. Like, I sent it, but it didn't go, and I'm like, well, where did that go? Like, I have no idea.
That's weird.
Yeah, maybe it's my phone.
I think it's easier just to use a PC or a laptop or something than to do this stuff.
No, it's not. Did you see the time I tried to do it with my laptop that I haven't used in 3 years? Like, I look like a fucking idiot.
Yeah, but did you update it? Has it been updated?
No, because I haven't used it for a year or something. The last time I tried to use it, it didn't work, and then I left it unplugged for 2 years, and now it works all of a sudden.
Okay. Oh, Bella Rose, business is here in Cali. Yeah, the corrupt businesses, and you're not. And I will say this, I know this, Bella Rose is not corrupt. She has a great ideology and personal principles. But just because business is there doesn't mean it's a great place to be. Just saying.
Sometimes it's a great place to cover up a lot of crimes. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry, Bella, not throwing you under the bus. I'm just saying, like.
No, I think that I know a lot of people that live out there, and I think they're wonderful, wonderful people. But just it's the lunatic. But then again, look at Canada. Look, it's lunatics running the show, and everybody thinks we're lunatics, and it's like, no, we want him in a corner crying, rocking back and forth like a little girl with his little blankie and his rattle and bottle. But we can't help who's in charge.
Well, and that's a bit well. Okay, here's where I'll disagree with you on that, Kim. We can't help who's in charge because we can actually take forcible action.
Well, yes, and that's what people are discussing now. But what am I going to do? Take a butter knife or a plastic fork? Like, what am I going to do?
Wait a minute! Didn't we try to do that? And they just called the National Guard down and wrapped the whole White House with it.
It wasn't the White House; it was the Capitol, and it took them.
Capitol, whatever.
Yeah.
I got to
Took 'em
ask you
all
guys
for it.
because you would probably know more about this than me, but they're saying now, very recently, that January 6th was a setup. Is that true?
I don't know. I tell you what, it was a waste of time because nothing really happened.
Yeah, it's just tax money and time wasted that we'll never get back. Like,
It fed the enemy more fuel.
I think it was, well, I'm not going to, you know what? I'm going to skip my opinion on this topic because
okay, fair enough. No, the only reason why I'm questioning it is because, like, I'm in Canada and I don't hear much about it. And I just heard that recently. And I was like, well, either that's what they want people to believe or they're trying to set somebody up, or I don't know. Like, I don't honestly know.
it was not a setup.
Okay,
I'll tell you that.
fair enough. Fair enough. And don't say anything you're not comfortable with. I'm okay with that. Like, I
Kim,
mean,
I'll be right back. I got to do something. Hold
okay,
on.
Carol, no problem.
Yeah.
Bella Rose just told me to screw off, pal. Okay, buddy. I'll go fucking screw off, buddy.
California, the hub of perversion. Yeah, Hollywood especially is the cesspool for that shit.
Mm.
It is an absolute cesspool. But ironically, all of the crimes that happen there they're trying to legalize or normalize now. And it makes me sick.
I think the best place about California is the southern desert because that's where I was for a while back in September, and that was I'm like, it took multiple people.
Oh, you mean when you went to the desert and the Roadrunners teamed up on you?
There's actually Christopher. There's actually a video coming up on that. I think it's next month though, but it's a basically abbreviated. Roadrunners, I think I call it Roadrunners Are Assholes on my channel. It's
Are you talking
created
about like Bugs Bunny Roadrunner, or what are you talking about?
Yep,
Okay.
Yep.
He was
like the real life ones though.
He was teamed up on a bunch of them. They're like raptors. They all like teamed up on him.
I think you guys are feeding me a lot of shit here. Are you serious or what?
No, you gotta watch the video. No, it's true.
No, it's true. Roadrunners are fucking assholes in real life. Like real road.
There's an actual roadrunner animal. Is that what you're trying to say?
It's a bird.
I'm not trying to say it. It's fucking true.
Like an ostrich, maybe?
No, it's like a little bird. They're actually really small.
Well, they're not that little. They're not that little, but they're assholes, and they will fucking run after you, and they make this noise. And
oh my god,
they're just fucking dicks. They're assholes. That's all.
I can relate to that.
And they're carnivores, which makes it even worse as a human being.
Fuck all the roadrunners.
I agree. You'll see a video. I think it's coming out in.
Okay, so wait, you have to explain the story to me. You were there, obviously, not to see these birds, but they came. What happened? Like, tell me the story.
That's going to ruin my video.
Okay, then. Okay, forget it. Plead the fifth.
I'll give you.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'll give you a brief synopsis.
Okay.
All right. So I go there, and they're like Southern California. It took a lot of people to convince me to go there, and I fucking went. I'm like, because I hate like that. Anyway, so went to the desert, and I'm like thinking about like fucking diamondback rattlesnakes and scorpions and shit.
Oh God, yeah.
I had no idea about roadrunners. I didn't know. I mean, I knew they existed in real life, but I didn't know that like they were there.
I'm gonna have to Google what one looks like now.
Like a lot. Like there's a lot of them.
Right.
And they are not scared of people.
Right.
And they're assholes. They're fucking assholes. And they have a certain noise that they make, and they will run at you. They will charge you making this noise. Yeah, I'm down. I'm just all right. I'm not gonna spoil.
I gotta fucking Google this. What does it look like?
Does the noise sound like this?
Caw.
Meep.
No, it
sounds like
nothing.
caw.
It sounds nothing like the cartoon version. It's actually pretty fucking disturbing, honestly.
This is kind of like weird but alarming, but kind of I'm curious. Like I want to see what one of these things looks like now. Like
I learned a lot.
You gotta watch his past video there.
No, those videos aren't public right now, but there will be a public one specifically about the Roadrunners in a couple weeks. But they're fucking Roadrunners are fucking assholes.
Are they primarily located in California, or are they like everywhere?
Any desert area, Nevada, California,
Oh,
fucking like
Arizona.
wherever. They're yeah. And they don't fly. They're stupid. Like they don't. They have wings. They just fucking run, and they're fast. They're
that's
fast.
stupid. Why have wings and not use them? That's stupid. They're not a smart bird.
They're
Well, that's like
miniature
geese.
ostriches.
That's like geese and ducks up here. They don't fucking fly. They just fucking hang out and.
Well, ducks don't fly here, but geese certainly do. They fly south for the winter. They're not that stupid here.
Oh, and also thanks for that. The white one, the Canadian geese, they're
Yeah.
assholes too.
Yeah, they are. They bit my brother in the ass when he was a kid. He was trying to feed him, and they bit him in the ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're not very kind.
They're not that friendly.
The Canadian, the white geese, they take over farm fields and they fucking shit everywhere and do horrible things. And if you shoot them and eat them, they taste horrible. I'm just saying.
Ew. Actually, I think it's illegal to shoot them here, to be honest with
wait.
you.
I'm sorry, not Canadian geese. I'm thinking of snow geese. Snow geese. They're the white ones. The Canadian geese are also assholes. The Canadian geese are also assholes.
You're talking about a swan?
And they do.
Yeah, I think he is. That's what I think.
No. Snow geese.
The white geese are swans.
You're a fucking dick.
I think they are too, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't know.
No, Canadian geese are assholes too. Sorry.
No, hey, they're not my pets. Go ahead, call them what you want. Like, I mean, I'm with you.
No,
Fuck
I was thinking of snow geese. They're the ones that take over the farm fields. The Canadian geese take over ponds and lakes and stuff like that. But the snow geese, no, they're all white and like white feathered, and they just go lay in the field and just shit all over the place and eat.
I think Mother Goose was Canadian geese, right?
Oh, probably a fucking liberal too at that.
Yeah, probably back then. Yeah.
Stupid asshole liberal fucking geese. Get the fuck out of here. We don't want you.
It's too bad.
They might be. They
We
actually
only knew
might be.
back then. We probably could have stopped a lot of this.
Well, you know what's funny is when I moved to Calgary, okay, they have a lot of, believe it or not, in the city, rabbits, white rabbits specifically. And I used to think it was so cute because I was like, Jesus Christ, I've never seen anything like this. Like all these white rabbits just running around. And I was like, I want to catch one as a pet. And like the wildlife people would come in and actually remove them and take them out into like the mountains because, yeah, they fuck up the, what do you call that? The food chain, right?
Yes.
But I was like, oh my God, like leave the rabbits alone. But no, they were little assholes apparently. So
yes, they're snow geese are fucking pricks. Canadian geese are just assholes. But I'm more like from when like I lived in Delaware and worked like around the farms and stuff.
Wait a minute, the white geese, are you talking about like a seagull, a pigeon?
No, they were just white geese. They call them Canadian snow geese. So they come down and they just.
I have to Google that shit. I've never even heard of it.
Fields, but actual Canadian geese. So the ones that have the different colors and the band and all that stuff. They just come over and take over ponds and just be like, yeah, it's our fucking like we just hanging out. Everything's cool, and people would hate them. Because they poop everywhere. I'm like, but they're fine. But the Canadian snow geese, like the white ones, would like fuck up. Like they go through and like they eat all the seeds. You know what I mean? Out of the fields.
Yes.
Like, poop everywhere and like tear up stuff. And they go out there and like they were like gang numbers. Like there were like hundreds of them at once.
Oh my gosh.
And the Canadian geese were just like standing back going like, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
And then the snow geese were just like, we're to fuck shit up. And then it's like, holy crap.
That's hilarious. Which ones were the ones that were going to fuck shit up? The Canadian geese?
The snow geese.
Oh, the snow geese.
The white, like all white feathers.
I'm going to have to look that up because I can't believe I've never heard of a snow geese before. Or goose, whatever.
Yeah, snow geese. Chris, I'm gonna kill you technology people that come up with this shit, Christopher.
What?
In 10, 15 foot cord are And every time I move, it gets wrapped around my foot or my hand.
Well, that would be funny if we caught it on camera, but apparently you got a presidential party happening behind you. So we don't get to see it. No, don't do that.
No, I'm telling you, this thing is ridiculous. But every time I move, it wraps around my hand, my foot, something. I think I made Bella Rose angry. I'm sorry. I apologize for that.
Why?
Well, it's your channel. I didn't mean to do because I thought like I wasn't trying to.
Hey, it's a free for all over here. This is how we do over here on this channel. We just whatever goes. There's just certain words that we can't say because YouTube likes to come at me sideways all the time. But other than that, it's a freaking free for all.
I thought Belle and I were cool. Like we would just break each other's balls from time to time.
That's all I get from the
that.
conversation that I'm reading. Is there something I'm missing? Because I don't see anything.
No, I don't either. But she's not responding now, which makes me think.
Well, maybe she, sometimes people walk away from their phone, but they can still hear it, but they just can't type back. You know what I'm saying?
So you're saying she's being too, she's
multitasking, maybe.
Well, she's being overwhelmingly California libertarian and too busy to be involved in the chat. So that's fine, which I doubt because she's into guns. So
if I lived in California, I would be at that fucking beach all day, every day, like just soaking up the sun, like vitamin D, man.
Grammy is gonna be so mad she comes back and hears me say that shit. I'm sorry, Bella.
I think it's all in good fun, and she knows it. You're saying it with a smile.
I think.
But then again, I can tell people to fuck off with a smile, and they don't know.
See, she just said blessings, which means I can define that. She means she wants me dead. So
Carol's back. Yeah.
Hey, Carol.
Hi. I had to go on my computer, and Google drove me crazy. I had to change my password to get onto YouTube on the computer.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I can't believe this.
I can, because it happens to me all the time. Everything.
Chris Trock is actually Kim. He's actually on your video now. So it's
me and Carol are in the abyss together. At least I'm not alone in the abyss now.
Well, Chris, what did you do? Explain it to them.
Like I said earlier, all I do is just put my camera on and I pop up. Watch. Camera off. Camera on. I don't know. Maybe Kim has to put her camera on.
Well, maybe Kim doesn't want to be seen on camera right now. Just saying.
I hear you.
No, I did it this way so that I can see the comments and I don't have to keep looking on my phone for the comments.
Did it work for you, Carol?
Yeah, I see all the comments. I can actually type back.
Okay, good.
And I've got it on the computer on mute so that it doesn't interfere with the StreamYard.
Oh yeah, right. Yes.
So I always find it's easier if you're on StreamYard like now. If we're all on StreamYard talking,
yes,
I find it's always easier to have the YouTube open but muted, of course.
Yes,
and you see the comments going more live because StreamYard is delayed, so it's easier to read and respond to comments on YouTube than it is to StreamYard's.
Well, maybe you're using a different version than me, but it tells me that the comments on YouTube are delayed by 10 seconds. That they go to StreamYard's first.
No, they don't. They definitely don't go to StreamYard for. Chris, get out of my living room. Get away from my car.
How are you guys changing your background? It's tripping me out. Tell me how to do this.
He's learned. I told him about it earlier. Explain it to him.
What? I knew about this.
I can't even get my picture up. Never mind, change my background.
So if you go into settings, like with your Intester Live and virtual background, you can put up whatever you want.
I don't even know what you just said.
Okay.
Virtual what? What?
Virtual background. So go into your settings, like on the StreamYard side. On the StreamYard side, go into click settings on the lower part of the screen.
Yes.
And on the left side, you'll see camera, audio, virtual background, and hotkeys. click on virtual background, and then StreamYard has some preloaded ones like the Brickyard thing, the living room thing that Chris and I both used tonight. And you can upload your own. You can put whatever you want. They suggest that you have a green screen or a blue screen, but you don't need that.
Well, okay. That's great. I totally understand what you said, but
This is an old picture of 556.
no, it isn't. Who is it?
That's actually.
I can see its top, but I can't tell who it is because my eyes suck.
Yeah,
It's an
even
old-
the
it's-
donut, as usual.
It's an old fat cop. The problem is that Chris, it does not have a green or blue background where he's showing that. Oh, I know that photo. That's you being about to. That's you about to being stabbed by Layla. Again.
Layla.
Why you gotta
Got
call
me on
Bella
my-
Rose? Why you gotta call me old? You're the grandma, not me. That's cold blooded. All right, that's fine. Damn. She's vicious with me. Like, great sense of humor. She's vicious.
I'm telling you, I'm envisioning two kids on the playground that have a crush and are throwing rocks at each other and shit like that, you know? That's what I envision. Hey, you know me, I calls it like I sees it.
Right?
Truck, you agree with me, right, Carol? I'm right? Like, you see it. See?
Why would you guys see?
Because
like,
some boys are like a bully type of like guy, and that's how they show their affection is like by abuse.
She's the one abusing me. How does that even make sense?
Well, she's not up here, so I can't judge her what she's doing. I can only judge what she's writing, right? So.
Well, are you reading? Oh, Carol's laughing. Okay, thanks for your support, Carol.
Hey, I told you anything goes over here. That's how we do.
No,
you know how tight Bella Rose and I are. So
I know.
It's a team.
I know.
That's it.
And I love her to death. I think she's. Well, I love you to death too, but I love her to death.
She is more than welcome to join the panel. Like, I mean, just because. Maybe it's because she hasn't talked to me before, but I've gone on people's panels that I didn't know and got along well with them, you know?
No, with Bella, it's her Wi-Fi. She has problems with it.
Oh.
Is that the Millennium Falcon? Where the fuck? I see R2-D2 behind you. What the fuck is wrong? Where are you?
In outer space as usual.
Star Wars.
This is horrible. He should have never figured this out. This is horrible. What does
that mean? You need
Pratt.
What does that mean?
Bella Rose said 556. You need Pratt.
What is that word?
Or Pratt? Is that Pratt or Pratt?
I don't know. Maybe she meant to write something else, and her phone's possessed like mine, apparently.
I don't know. Carol, can you explain? Like, what did she mean?
I can't see it.
It said 5.56. You need. It's either Pratt with an A, P-R-A-T, or P-R-O-T. I can't.
It looks like an A to me, but my eyes are not good.
Yeah, I don't know what that means.
Okay, so I need a Google box and I need a fucking dictionary and a thesaurus. Like, holy fuck.
Oh, she said drop the link. Now you're in for it.
Okay,
you're in trouble, buddy.
Can you drop the link? 556. I'll let her on. But
yeah, I can.
Please, if you don't mind, could you do that?
I can do that for sure. Oh, there it is. There we go. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Now you're in for it.
This is the end of my life. All right.
If anybody else would like to come up and join the shit show, you're more than welcome. Unless you're an enemy of the state, and then in which case you're not, and go fuck yourself.
You know what's got me laughing? Chris is sitting back laughing at everything that we do to 5.56.
Guess who made?
Some kind of friend you are, Chris.
Guess who made Carol? Guess who made the background that's behind his freaking grill? Mm-hmm.
You.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I figured it was you, actually. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I made him intros and outros and things that. Why don't you play them, Chris? You can do that on here.
Yeah, you can.
Just don't.
I have
just-
him on my show on my channel.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Chris, just
Yeah.
don't you dare put on any music that's going to make me fall asleep because you do it all the time on your channel.
I
Oh, I'm
agree.
sorry.
I agree.
Like lullabies or what kind of music?
You're going to laugh, Kim. One night we were waiting for him to come on,
Uh-huh.
and we're sitting there waiting. He's got people in the chat, and all we're hearing is this like lullaby music or whatever that
Yeah.
would put you to sleep.
Yeah.
And
It's-
finally, we got off. We were like, this guy isn't coming on. What are we sitting here for?
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's that music that they give you.
Yeah,
can
that
use.
you can play in the
It's-
background or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
and it's like
No,
really
we-
it's like really low and
Yeah.
yeah, it puts you
Let
to
me
sleep.
try to find tracks.
That's why I had to upload my own some of my own music, but then certain people don't like certain music, so I don't even bother with the music.
That's the thing. You know, I'll sometimes play something at the beginning or maybe at the end, but it just depends on what I feel like doing at that time.
Yeah.
Pain Like Bane, yeah. YouTube does that. Sometimes they don't do notifications, and you actually have to, in some cases, unsubscribe to the channel and resubscribe, and then you'll start getting notifications again because that's how corrupt they are, and that's what they do.
Well, and also sometimes they will change your notifications on you without you knowing somehow.
Correct.
But you might hit the bell saying that you're following them and getting notifications, and then later on you check and find out you're not. And
Correct.
believe me, YouTube loves me, so I'm down in the algorithms with the snakes. Like I'm surprised anybody's here.
No, you've got
Really?
no, you're doing fine.
Yeah.
You got you've been doing fine. Yeah, no, you're fine. Don't worry
Where's
about it.
Bella?
I don't know. I gave her the link.
She might have connection issues, but she will be in Kim's backstage if she gets connected.
Yeah, I don't. It shows me on the bottom right away if somebody's waiting in the background. Like it'll put a number up, and there's nothing there yet. So
Yeah, there should be a little photo and then like a little drop down box and be like, add to stream.
someone's here. Hang on, maybe it's her. Oh, here we go.
Oh, for fuck's sake, boy.
All right, hello, Bella.
Oh, she's audio only. I saw that pop up.
Is it really her though?
Well, I don't know.
I don't even hear her. Try leaving. Oh, there
Oh,
we go.
there's. Oh, that was her. That was her. But she has connectivity issues. That was definitely her.
Okay, Bella, try to leave the stream and come back. Sometimes that helps.
Chris Trock, mother. Okay. All right. You want to play that game? We can play that game.
Okay, Bella, I removed you from the stream. Try and rejoin it again. So
You know
leave
what?
StreamYards and come back. Sorry, Carol. Go ahead.
I'm sorry, Kim. 5.56.
Yes, ma'am.
Send him Winky Dinky the next time he's live.
You know what? That's a good. You know what? I think I will. I think I will. Chris has no idea what that means.
His
But
face just turned red. Oh, yes, he does.
oh, you know what? You know why, Carol? Because that was probably him under a different.
Maybe. I don't know. All I could see was the ceiling.
Yeah, that's. Oh, Pain Like Bane. No, you don't have to use a green screen or a blue screen anymore on here. Yeah, you don't have to do that anymore.
He said he thought he had a wrench in here. I didn't take away anybody's wrench.
Don't. It's your channel. You do what you want. What you want. But yeah, Pain Like Bane, you don't need a green screen or a blue screen on StreamYard anymore. Hence why Jackass here on the other
Pretty
side.
fly hat, Chris Trock. I'm digging it.
That's why I'm in the White House and he's wearing.
A hat. He looks like a Belushi brother in that hat. I love it.
Yeah.
Yes, Bella,
This is,
try again. But we
hat-
saw you. We
it's,
saw you. We heard you. Saw you briefly. But yeah, drop link. All right,
Drop the link.
Hold
I don't know.
on.
Marie gave this to me.
I'm sorry, Pain Like Bane. I don't know if you did have a wrench. I have no idea. I can't even tell who has a wrench right now because I'm in StreamYard. It's not on YouTube, so I can't even give you one right now.
So
I
you
gave-
can
I gave him
play
one.
both at the same time. Well, you can't.
No, it kicks me out. I don't know how.
On a
Give him
computer,
a
it's pretty,
wrench.
that's what I'm doing. On a
Oh my
computer,
God.
a desktop or a laptop, it's pretty easy.
Listen, I'm not smart enough to use a fucking computer or a laptop. Okay, I look like a total tool. Like, so
No. Pain like Bane, I didn't tell her not to give you a wrench. Get the fuck out of town. I just said
Oh God! Now you
it's
got
not my channel. It's
now
none of my
you got
business.
Bane with
hi
you.
Bella. I hope it works this time.
Fucking hell.
I'm not sure.
Oh, Bella,
Can you hear me now?
I can hear
Yeah,
you.
honey.
Oh, she's audio only.
Is Carol on as well?
She
Yep.
is.
I don't know what's going on with my YouTube that we can't see people on the screen here, but yes, we're all in the background in the abyss.
Well, I see truck with his I don't know what the shit that is, but
What kind of hat is that one?
That was a hard hat.
Oh, I thought it was a bowl.
Jeez.
sorry.
Do you remember, like, in our parents, when our parents went
God
to school,
bless
that they
you,
used to make
Bella.
them stand in the
Bella.
corner and wear a dunce cap?
Oh yeah,
I want a dunce cap. Like, who knows how to make one?
it's just a cone.
That's what I thought, like a pylon, right?
Yeah, it's just a cone.
Yeah. Hook me up with a dunce cap.
Don't
So
give
it
him
says
any
on here, it says
idea.
everyone can see you on here. Can you guys see
Hmm.
me or no?
I
No,
cannot see you, but I can hear you.
no, we can
Okay,
hear you, but
just
not
making
see
sure.
you.
You're gonna put your camera on.
Because Amber's a hot mess. Just making sure.
Oh, OA is a hot mess. Oh wow.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know what's going on with that. Do I want to know or no?
That means other Amber. OA is it's an inside joke kind of thing.
Yeah, I figured that's why I was asking, but that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need to
Yeah.
know.
5.56. Have you seen the other Amber?
Yes. Oh no, the other, like this OA or the
No,
like
Amber Alert.
no, not in recent time.
I'm gonna have to
Look at
send
him trying
a
to figure it out.
message.
No. Oh, shut up. No, this is the
You shut up
who's
too.
on here.
Face.
Who's on here right now is the OA, the other Amber. This is
No, I'm just Amber.
okay.
It sounds
This
good
is
on paper, but I'm
Grammy.
just Amber.
This is Bella Rose. This is Grammy, not the
You're
other.
an asshole. Yes, I am
Amber.
Grammy.
Thank you. Appreciate
Of
your
course.
support.
Well, if she is a grandma, she sounds like a very young grandma.
Have you seen
I
her
am.
pictures?
I am.
I haven't seen her, no, but like her voice sounds very young.
She's 15.
Yeah, no, I am. I am a grandma, and I'm waiting for my second grandchild. But 556 is a dickhead. But yes, I am waiting for my second grandchild, which is going to be my grandson Dallas.
Wow. Well, congratulations when he arrives.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I apologize. I said she's 15, but she's actually 20.
No, I
28.
only had my son when I was 15. No, 16. You know who's kidding.
Well, hey, no judgment there. I'm just talking about the grandma part.
Have kids young.
Well, so did I. So did my. So, shut up, Chris. So did.
I didn't say a thing.
Oh, you don't have to. You've got what's his name behind you?
Beaker, isn't that Beaker?
Beaker. Beaker.
You remember the two old dudes from the Muppets? The two old
Yes.
guys? Put that up there.
I don't have. I might have the French chef.
Oh, the Borky
The
guy
Swedish-
throwing shit.
Swedish chef. Yeah, he was great. I
That's
actually
so funny.
do that. I actually do that when I make burritos at home. And then it's horrible. It's horrible.
Let me see if I can find.
That's hilarious.
Well, if you're waiting for that food and you have to hear that, it's not like people don't find that funny. They're like,
Well,
I ain't eating that shit.
I have a weird sense of humor. I find a lot of things funny inappropriately. Like,
Well, yeah, I get that. Yeah,
Yeah.
me too.
yeah.
Here's my see. Wait. Oh, it doesn't fit. Darn it.
Well, neither do you on the screen. So you're blurred out.
He's there. Just you two are there. It's
No,
hilarious.
he's blurred out. Oh,
The
Oh,
leprechaun.
leopard. That
The
was
girls are in the
yesterday.
back having their own party.
Let me go to private chat and see if that's true, and it's
No.
not.
They're
No.
having their own-
Liar.
I mean that we're in the abyss.
Mr. Smith, they're having their own party. They're like
No, they're
drinking
not. They're not
mimosas
even
back there.
talking. They're not even talking in private chat. They're just
Yeah.
Pain like Bane. What does ONS mean? Is that on scene or?
Oh, and us. Well, I don't
Yeah, I
know.
don't know it. He said it twice. I don't know.
Where's Jerry?
Australia.
Yeah, he should be up. Maybe I should send him a message.
Sorry.
Yeah, message him. Tell him to.
I'm gonna message him. Where's my phone?
Hey, Grammy.
Is she there? Because I don't hear
She's
her.
asking if we can hear her. Are you talking?
No, we can't hear you.
She's
If you're
probably
talking.
muted. You have to unmute your.
Well, no, she has
Nice.
connectivity issues.
That sucks.
Yeah, no, we can't hear you.
She just has to unmute. Oh, she uses Apple, I think. No, but
Oh.
Carol. freaking-
I know nothing about Apple. I'm an Android girl.
Listen,
Same.
I have
same.
an Apple phone, but every
Yeah.
time I enter under Safari instead of Google.
Yes, I have to use Chrome on Android instead of Google.
It could all depend on our location, Wi-Fi, internet data access, things like that. So
Oh,
it's just the way the satellites turn. I
You
didn't
picked
kick. Oh,
her?
now she's playing. She said that on my own channel.
that's hilarious.
She's being a fucking clown right
I like
now.
her. She's funny. Well, then she fits in.
Oh, you think?
Yes, she does.
Land
She
of the
is.
Misfit Toys over here on my channel.
Yeah. But yeah,
Yep.
we are we're the lost ones from the North Pole.
Yeah.
We're all like broken and shit. Just
What
like
was that dude's name? Cornelius with the beard?
I can't.
Hey, 556. Wait till
Yes,
she
ma'am.
flies in to see me and we get together. Then you're gonna really have trouble.
You're gonna
Aw.
bring her to You're gonna bring her to
Mer, mer, mer.
within that distance of me.
Yep.
Well,
I
we definitely
sure-
need a live stream of that meeting. That would be wonderful.
Oh, you know what? During that time, I'm sorry, unfortunately scheduled. I'll be in actually the Southern California desert again, trying to be bit by a scorpion. So
Getting
all
chased
is-
by those birds, those crazy birds that don't fly.
yeah,
Yeah.
roadrunners.
You know
Roadrunner.
what the best part is? We're not even gonna tell you when we're getting together. Surprise, surprise.
Hey, Carol, I know I already doxed myself, so if you two already just show up.
Wait a minute. I don't dox people. You know that.
No, I know. I said I doxed myself, so I'm saying I just.
So have I. How many times have I said it?
Well, no, I get it, but I'm just saying, like, if you two just show up randomly, I'll be like, we're going into self-defense mode. Like both, I'm sure all parties, but but yeah, like if you bring. Oh wait, Miss Carol is on without me.
Can you
No,
put
she's-
the link in the chat again and let her try again?
Yeah, I'll do it again. It's just her connectivity issues. It's not a big deal. She'll figure.
Remember, like being a kid back in the 1950s, and we had to use like a coat hanger for an antenna. Like, do that.
Uh-huh.
Well, the rabbit is.
Yeah.
Hey, Troc, why don't you get on an elevator again this week? See what happens.
Oh, Kim, you want a good laugh?
Yes, I do.
Some of my husband's family are in Montreal and some are in Quebec.
Oh boy. Yeah.
And they sent me a thing on Facebook, a link inviting us to Greek Easter. And I turned around and I said, are you crazy? I've got enough problems here. There's no way I'm going to try to cross the border. They'll throw me back.
Okay, this is weird. Hang on 1 second. Bella's backstage. I'm trying to add her. And all it says for my options for her is edit name, kick from studio, or ban from studio. It doesn't give me the option to add her. Why not?
I don't know.
Does it think she's already on the stream?
What if you just
Maybe.
hover over the the picture.
Okay, I'm going to kick you from the studio. Hang on 1 second. We'll be removed if you want to. Okay, yes, kick yes. So I'm going to kick you out. Now try again, Bella. I'm sorry. I don't know why it wouldn't give me the option to add you back.
Chris,
Sorry,
I
guys.
love your hat.
Thank you.
What is
That's
it, a
actually,
Yankees hat?
I have to shave.
Yeah.
that's actually not a hat. That's his hair with a shaving in it from the barber shop. Pain like Bang, we love you too. Just
Okay, here we go.
be nice.
Now let's try again. There we go. Hi, Bella. Can you hear us? Bella?
Yeah, she's gone. It came up real quick and then gone.
What the hell?
It's not on your end. She's having connectivity issues.
Does she live in the desert with those ostrich birds?
Ostrich birds. No, she's a little bit more, I think.
I'm going to tell her to try the other one.
Yeah.
Maybe tell her to try a different browser, like if she's Safari or Firefox.
That's what I'm telling her. To try
Yeah.
Safari.
Yeah, thank you.
You're welcome.
I've never seen this, but then I'm seeing all kinds of weird things. I tried to do a live a couple of weeks ago, and in StreamYards, you can upload your links, right? So all you have to do is just hit the link instead of sharing your screen. Well, as I was uploading a link on an unlisted stream, I got this message from YouTube, and it says, "Strike, your video can only be played in certain countries, and you can't upload anything else for 24 hours." How the hell did they even know? Because it was unlisted.
That's just weird.
And all of my videos are not made for kids. I do not encourage kids to watch my videos. I swear like a trucker.
Right. I always select the not for kids because someone's gonna swear or something.
Oh, 100%. A lot.
Yeah.
I don't fucking cuss, so I don't know where that comes from. So.
That's why when I start mine, it's only going to be shorts.
So that's a good way to start. You know what I did when I started? Before I started with the live streams, I would just upload videos. Like I would talk about whatever I wanted to talk about and then just upload it that way. And then once I got more comfortable and built my like community sort of thing, because I used to have a really big channel at one time that I keep losing. And once you start building like people that you know you can trust, then I started doing lives, right?
Correct.
But that's the way I started, was doing it that way. So if you want to start one, Carol, that's a great idea to start that way.
I'm laughing. I got 9 subscribers already, and I haven't done anything.
I think
Yeah.
I don't even know how that happened.
I think I'm one of them. I'm pretty confident I am.
Well,
I think I am as well.
Just when you're cooking, just have someone hold the camera.
Yeah, I could do that, especially with Greek Easter coming up, Chris. I'll make you eat your heart out.
Nom nom nom.
Oh, I'll
Or
be
you
dying.
can get,
Yeah,
you can get a little tripod even, and just set your phone up on the front on the stove top, right?
Yeah, I could do that.
Carol, you want
Yes.
your channel blasted? Do the Lebanese terrorist army night and buy a tank, and then put his face. Sorry, I had to, Chris. My bad. Hey, he fell in an elevator the other day. It's on my business.
He did?
No, I fell going to get in.
I see that. Thanks, Chris.
I didn't see that one.
I had a senior moment.
Oh, there was no video.
Oh.
There was no video. I wish there was.
I hit my head. I freaking landed on my knee.
You know what I do before I do anything is I look around to see if anybody's seen. And then it's like, oh my God.
No, well, it was a service elevator, so nobody's seen it.
Well, that's good at least.
You know, one of the maintenance guys was like, "You all right?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm fine." Can't believe I just tripped on this stupid mailbox thing. You know how the post office, they leave the mailman, they leave like those little wax boxes that carry stuff in.
My God.
I was like next to the elevator, and like guys were coming out of the elevator, and I went to go in, and my big foot caught on a stupid basket. Like,
oh my God.
I actually just laughed.
That was
this.
fine.
Pain like Bang. Lesbians rule, and then he's like, Lebanese rule. Christ. Fucking clown in every circus.
I'm also Greek.
Did you see the clown in the other show we were just in?
Yes.
No.
Okay.
I didn't. I don't. Can you kind of say what
No.
you're talking? Okay, if you can't, that's fine.
No,
I
not
did.
yours, honey.
I did. No, not this channel.
I think I might know who you're maybe talking about, who streamed me, but I wasn't in there, so I have no idea.
I was ready to delete, but Cromel beat me to it. Thank God.
Yep.
Well, now I kind of want to know. You don't have to tell me who, but can you tell me what happened?
He was coming in making stupid comments, and he was getting on everybody's nerves. You know, somebody always has to come in and start a beef with somebody else or make a comment about another commentator.
Yep.
And, you know, this particular commentator doesn't want that crap on their channel, and I don't blame her.
Me
And he
neither.
did, you know, so thank God Kumel caught it, because I was going to catch it.
And he's quick. He is quick.
Yes, very
Bella,
quick.
are you here? Can you hear us? She just joined again, I hope. Bella? Oh, Bella?
Oh, I hear audio.
Bella, can you hear us?
Yeah, can you guys hear me as well?
Yes.
Yes.
Yay.
I can hear you.
I can kind of
Unfortunately,
hear
I
you guys.
can.
My phone is kind of messed up, so I can kind of hear you guys.
Well, I'm glad we can hear you now. That's good.
I'm the white guy standing in the corner giving you the finger. That's me. So if you can hear that, that's me.
Unbelievable.
I wish I could play with the background. Boy, oh boy, I have an imagination sometimes.
No doubt.
I'm not going to tell him.
Pain like Bane, I didn't take your wrench. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't have the power to do that. What the fuck are you talking about? We're here to
Yeah, I'm
listen
gonna try to get you
to
guys on my
Bella.
computer because I cannot hear you guys so much. So let me
That's
try
probably-
to get you guys on my computer.
That would
Or my
probably work
laptop.
better.
Okay.
Yes, that would probably work better.
What'd you say, 556? Oh god.
I said
Oh,
no. I
what
said
is-
that would probably the computer would probably be easier, work better.
Yeah, I can't
That's
hear
all.
you, and that's probably for a good reason.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Okay.
I like her. She's funny.
Don't encourage her. She's a jerk.
I'm not a jerk. Yeah, you
Oh, she's still here. She
you
heard
have
me.
given
Fuck.
the definition of jerk.
Thank you. Go to your computer.
Okay, let me get on. Let me
Okay.
get on my.
Yeah,
Hey,
get off.
could it
Make sure that you disconnect from your if you're on your phone. Otherwise, you'll have a feedback.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. See you in a minute. Hopefully. Bye.
Pain like Ben. Just so you know, you misspelled coup incorrectly. It's COUP. So if it's a coup, at least I'm not attacking you. I'm just saying at least spell it right. COUP. That means like a takeover kind of the government and political things of a country.
I didn't think that's what he was talking about. What is it?
Yeah, that's exactly. It's a coup. He said, Kim, like it's a coup, but it's COUP. Now I'm see, because I'm right. He said it. I'm right. I wasn't making fun of you, Payne. I was just making it clear for anybody that was reading it in the chat. That's all. Not making fun of you, dude, because I think you're funny. I like you. I think you're
Okay, Bella's back. Let's try this again. Let's hope it works. Hello?
Yeah, try this again.
Okay, I can hear you. Can you guys hear her?
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Excellent. Yay. All right. So what is this? One bad. I type bad in pain. Well, my phone makes up its own fucking words.
Really?
Yeah, it does. And I have T9 turned off. Like, what my phone doesn't know what I'm gonna say. I don't even know what I'm gonna say sometimes. Like, how do they think they know? Like, I don't get it.
I know. I'm gonna say never mind.
What?
Nothing.
No, I want to hear it. What?
I said I know I'm going to say every fucking minute, but it's fine. But I try to be humorous about it.
So do I. But there's some days that you just can't be, and it's like that's when I go away into the unknown. Where's Kim? Where's Kim? I'm missing in action, and it's best that way.
I can dig that. Oh, that's probably better. No,
What
I can
the
dig
hell?
it. No, I can dig it. No, I get it.
This is hilarious.
I can dig it for sure.
No one knows Kim. Nope. Nobody knows, that's for sure.
So Bella, how's life? What's going on, Grammy?
Oh no, can we not hear her, Bella?
Hello.
This is so weird. I can't even tell who's on here.
Oh, I'm here.
Okay, Carol's here. I don't know if Chris is here, and I don't know if Bella's still here.
You don't know if I'm here?
Okay, no, because I can't see you.
And we can't
I'm
hear
trying to-
you breathing.
That's
So
because I'm looking for a different background.
Okay, no worries.
Aw.
oh, I gotta find different background. Oh, that's right. Let me add one for just for Christopher.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm being
I know
Yeah,
what you're being.
I'm being
Huh?
nice.
Are you? I
No, I'm not being nice.
didn't think so. That's with that laugh. I kind of thought, yeah. Mhm.
That would be out of character.
Thank you. Thanks for your support.
That's hilarious. That's funny. Carol, did you
No.
ever hear anything more about the school board, about that issue that you were trying to fight?
They're still working on that, but now a bunch of parents got together
Uh-huh.
and went there. I didn't go
Right.
because something about the library
Yes.
and the books, and they demanded that the books be taken out, and they got them taken out.
Well, you know what they're doing here? They're arresting those people for going and protesting now. I cannot believe the country we live in.
Oh, yeah, I guarantee you, if I went out and protested about something, I'd be the first one in cuffs.
Same. That's why I pick and choose my battles.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Besides,
Yeah.
I'm not stupid. I'm not going anywhere with that into any state unless it's like my state. And Mr. 5.56 gets what I'm saying.
I do.
CC
Absolutely.
state. CNC state. Yep. I
That's
get
right.
you. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Because if somebody's gonna come at me, they're going first.
And
Well-
that's best survival attitude to have for sure.
I call it survival of the fittest.
Absolutely. And they're trying to make it impossible for every single Canadian citizen either to defend yourself, stand up for yourself, or even have a chance if you are attacked. And it's just like, why don't you just do what you want to do and go around and just start knocking people off? Like, that's what they want to do.
You know, the whole thing is really ridiculous because if you look at New York,
Yep.
okay, I'm
Yep.
going to use them as an example.
Yep.
They passed all these gun laws and strict things and blah, blah, blah.
Yep.
So now what do you have going on? You've got people actually going out and stabbing people in the street or slicing them with a razor.
Jesus.
So what are you going to do now? Ban knives?
Yep.
Ban razors?
Yep.
Come on.
Do you remember back in the old days when they had the guardian angels in New York because the powers that be were not doing anything about the crime and people really ultimately took the law into their own hands?
Yes.
Well, that's what people are starting to talk about here, but in a much scarier way. And it's got me concerned, and usually not much worries me about that kind of stuff. But it's like, you know, all it's going to take is the wrong few people to start it, and it's just going to start a bloodbath.
Yeah, it is. And that's what I'm afraid of.
Me too.
because
Me too.
It's going to get big, especially where I am. And Mr. Smith can relate to the area I'm in. The area around me is all woods, practically.
Yep.
And you've got a lot of hunters
Yep.
and a lot of other people there, and they're not going to sit by and take it. I will give credit, and I can't believe I'm saying this, to the new governor of PA.
Uh-huh.
But he just turned around and put in his budget a hiring of more police.
Wow.
So, because I think they're trying to take care of Kensington and Philly because it's a mess over in that side. Thank God I'm far away from there.
Well, I don't know if it's like here, but that's not necessarily a good thing. And our police are just as bad as the politicians, from my experience, from what I've seen up close and personal. And it's shocking because I used to believe that they did their jobs and they cared about people and wanted to do the right thing. But I've seen them trample human beings, their own citizens, for no reason other than they were doing their job. That's not good enough. You knew it
Well,
was illegal, you knew it was wrong, and you did it anyways.
well, we've got a few bad apples. There's a few bad apples in, I guess, every organization or just in general, people in general. But from what I've seen, they're pretty good around here. You know, they really don't, unless they get a call and they have to go and it's something really serious, they're pretty good. I don't hear of any police in, at least not my part of PA,
Right.
going after people or shooting them or harassing them or anything like that.
Well,
I
I
I
wouldn't say
used
that they're hunting them, but they take advantage of opportunities that have already presented themselves, if that makes sense.
I'm
Yeah, it
I'm
does.
I'm sorry, Kim. Bella Rose said in the background. I think I'm on.
Uh,
So
Bella, are
check.
you here? Honey, I don't see you. You're not in the background. Let me see.
Uh,
Hang
but
on.
uh, but
Oh,
Carol,
hang on. Let me see. Now, is she here? Bella? Hello? Bella?
Yeah, I think I'm here.
I,
You're
yep,
I
there
here.
think
you
you're
go.
here too.
You're here.
Yay.
Oh,
Yep.
okay, good. I'm here.
Welcome again. I'm glad you're here.
Glad you're here and fuck my life.
Welcome.
Did he say? Oh wow,
No, I
that's
didn't.
really
I
bad.
didn't say that was actually Carol said that, and I was talking, or she was talking about something else.
Carol would never say that because she's a saint.
Okay. Yeah. But no, I agree, Carol. A lot of people, especially in the places that we live, would not tolerate the things that
That are going
politicians
on.
that
Yeah.
politicians would do, for sure.
Mm-mm.
Absolutely.
No way.
And you're
Besides,
yeah.
I got the best protection. I still got the black bear under my deck. Okay,
Fucking
I'm
hey.
good.
That's awesome.
That would be
That's
my
the
first
best.
line of defense. Come here, bear. Get out here. Let's go.
That's just throw a couple donuts out there.
Yeah.
If somebody comes
Lead
by
a
the house.
trail,
Yeah, the girl
the
come out.
Goldilocks. Fucking A.
And Bella's still dangerous because she shoots guns. She likes guns. She's dangerous too.
I do. I love guns only to shoot you in the head because that's what I
Uh,
love. I'm just kidding.
Fucking hell. Okay.
Now that was weird. You went smaller, and I could see Bella.
I'm the only one on. Hold on.
Yeah, I don't get what's happening.
I'm the only one on screen.
Yeah, I know. It's funny.
You did that on purpose. I know
I'll
what
be
he's doing.
I'll be back soon.
I'm not doing anything. It's not my
Chris,
channel. I can't control
you're
it.
not going to be
Chris
back.
is here as well. Chris is here as well. Oh, Chris is tired. He has to go to
Chris,
bed.
he doesn't even need to leave because we can't see him.
You can't
I'm
see me
sitting
either,
here.
right?
I'm sitting
No.
here with. I'm sitting here with Beetlejuice and the Joker behind
Yeah.
me. I can't control what shows up, like who's on here. You just have to add yourself. Oh, there he is.
There's
Thank
Chris.
you.
I
Thank
don't
you.
quite know how you add yourself besides adding cam. Oh, I guess adding.
You just put your cam and then
There's
Yeah.
definitely something wrong with my StreamYards, and I don't know what I've changed, but I've tried playing around with the settings, and it will not go back for some reason. I don't know why.
Did you
I don't
do
know
your
what I've done.
updates? Did you do your updates?
I'm not
Because
sure.
your updates really will mess you up.
Yeah, but that's made my phone act really weird installing this update. Now it's still, I don't know what's happening with my phone. I need to get it
Yeah,
looked
my
at or
brother,
something.
my niece, my kids, they do their updates and it messes up completely with their iPhones.
Totally. And then you can ignore them all you want to install them, but then they just automatically install themselves whether you want them or not, and they change your shit without your permission.
Well,
And it's like,
I disagree because I have mine on. I'll have my updates, and then I'm like, okay, give my updates in 3 weeks, and it will update me. Okay, Amber, you're gonna get your updates, and I say deny, and it
Right.
doesn't do it. But my brother, my nieces, they try to do it, and it's like it's really bad.
Maybe that's why people prefer Apple then, because I have an Android and you can only put it off for so long before it just does it itself.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I had an Android once.
Well, ask the
Never worked out well
technology
for me.
expert
So.
Trock. The technology expert Trock right here will be able to guide you.
I can ask him one time when we're not on live. I'm sure nobody really wants to hear about problems with my stupid phone.
Wow,
I
Chris, you
do.
look
I
like
do.
you
I
got
wanna know.
hair.
Pain like Bane, I didn't take your fucking wrench. I don't have control of that. It's not my
That's
channel.
hilarious.
Fucking get over it. And at least you spelled coup right. At least you spelled coup right this time.
You say get over it, but if it was your wrench, you'd have something to say. 556.
No, but he's like, you took my wrench on here. I'm like, I don't even have control. Like the only channel that I have control over that on is mine. Same with you. If you had
Yeah, moderators, like if you're a moderator and you do have a wrench, there's only certain things that you can do, like remove a comment or time someone out. Like you can't go in and
hide
ban.
them.
Yeah, but you can't permanently do anything to somebody else's channel. That, to my knowledge, anyways, unless they change that too. I don't know.
No. Bella and Carol will just like drive down here, and I'll be on here and live with Chris and be like, "Oh, so da da da," and they shoot me in the head and like, "Now we got your wrench, bitch," and I'd be like,
"End your channel, bitch."
Yeah, end your channel.
Only on the left side.
Right.
Only on the left side.
Pain, I'm breaking your balls like you break mine. Oh, I have a hack. I wish I did. I'm not the.
So
I'm not
can you guys see my avatar, or can you see? Because I don't see nothing but 556 drinking some Coors Light.
I can't either. I only see 556.
Nobody's showing up on here. Chris is showing up on here.
Is Miss Carol on as well?
Nope.
Nope.
No photo.
Miss Carol left. Oh shit.
No,
did?
I'm here. Bella.
Oh, she's here. It's just no video, no icon, or what do they call them? Emoji.
Avatar, yeah.
Avatar thing.
Yeah, it's weird. I don't know what's happened. This just started on my channel about 3 weeks ago, and I don't know what I've done to do this.
How come it's just Chris and I that can?
I can't even see Chris right now.
Yeah,
because
you
would be able to see anyone as long as they present their camera.
Is the most important person here.
Yeah, he turned. Oh,
Miss Carol is the most important person here. Just saying.
She's actually probably right. She's
a wonderful person. So I think you all are wonderful.
So let me do a test, Kim. I'm going to hit my stop cam, right? Because Chris hit his stop cam, but we can still hear him, right?
Yeah.
Can you?
Now I see a black screen. That's all I see.
But can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Isn't that weird though? Like, I mean, I just don't get it.
It's on your StreamYard because
even when I set up a stream and come out here by myself, it's just a black screen, like nothing, and I don't get it. It never used to be like that, so I don't know what's changed, but
I don't know. It could be something very simple or very complicated, but I would assume very simple. Because
are you wonderful, Pain Like Bane? I think you're all right.
He called me ex-intelligence.
Now why? Why did he do that?
Because MRE and I are retired from the CIA. That's why. So we're ex-intelligence. Okay, I get it. That's fine.
Wait, what?
MRE is the best. MRE is the best, hands down, no joke.
He's definitely good. I've known him the longest, and ironically, out of a totally different community. We were trolling the same person. Funny enough, there's a very long story to it. I'm not sure I really want to get into it on this channel, but it was weird how we ended up connecting, and then I took his side when my friends tried to turn me against him, and they presented their evidence like a lawyer would, sort of thing. And instead of like me turning my back on MRE, I turned my back on all of them because I thought I can't trust you people.
That's right.
MRE, aka Nick, is the best. He is the best person. He's the best person. He's the best. He's just the best.
Yeah.
He is
on screen, off screen. He's hands down the most loyal person I have ever met.
Yeah.
He is honest and very loyal
Yeah.
and I respect him a lot.
Same
Me
here,
too.
You
Carol.
know,
Me too.
Very, very knowledgeable, very intelligent.
very intelligent is right.
And he's kind.
Sure.
He's very kind. I've spoken to him a few times on and off screen, so he's cool. He's
Mhm.
cool.
He's very cool.
And
I have
ironically, people come at me because like I'm still friends with him. They were mad at me because like it was a whole community I walked away from, like people that I was friends with for like 4 years. And they hated me for that. And you know what? At the end of the day, I didn't care because I did what I thought was right.
I'm sorry.
You know what I did, Kim?
What?
All of them were against him.
Yep.
I went up to my subscriptions
Yep.
and I just hit unsubscribe, unsubscribe, unsubscribe,
Mhm.
and blocked them all.
Well, what I did was I left YouTube for 2 years and then I came back under a different channel and under a total different community about a different cause altogether.
Mhm.
And I don't have anything to do with any of them anymore. It's funny because sometimes it takes years for people's true colors to show. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And
Mhm.
I've never been one for like this cancel culture or this mob mentality or just following what everybody else is doing. Like I'm not a follower, I'm a leader. And not because I want to be. That's just because I don't like to follow people. I believe in what I believe in. And that's it, And I treat people the way that I hope that they would treat me in return. And if I
That's right.
find out they're backstabbers, I drop them like a dirty habit.
That's right.
My biggest
Um,
thing, I agree. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I'm very open, very honest, and sometimes I get a little brash, I guess,
Me too, but hey,
because I'm very outspoken.
that's our turn,
But
baby.
that's me.
Me too.
Carol, you only get brash when you get really fucking pissed off. That's when you get brash, and which is good because you make points. Like you always make valid points, but then you're like, you go Marla, like I've done a couple times. Like you and I
Hmm.
have gone in that realm a couple times. But then you know what? Good, because some people need to hear that sometimes.
Well, and people need to see that because a lot of people think that they can push over people who they think are nice, and it's like push me so far, and you will see exactly, like you'll see the Exorcist is what you'll see. So I don't advise it.
I'll give you an example. I was in a prior commentator's channel,
Mm-hmm.
and people were putting another commentator down.
Right.
And I put in the chat, listen, I am loyal to this commentator 100%.
Yep.
They come first. You don't like it? Go F yourself.
Yep.
Goodbye.
Mhm.
And I just turned around and unsubscribed and got
Yep.
out of the channel. Didn't care if they doxed me. Didn't give a shit what they were going to do. As long as they didn't go after my children or my grandchildren, I'm fine. Because if they did that, believe me, I would have used every connection I have at all the powers that be to find out where they were. And they would have been sorry. Because my kids are my life and my grandchildren. And nobody's going to mess with them.
I love people like you. All of you guys, like you all seem like I've seen all of you, like even Chris Trock, who I didn't think would, like he got in a situation accidentally, and he even had the jam to go and do a live about it and address it head on. And to me, that's courage, man. Like we're humans, right? We make mistakes. It's how you handle that tells me who you are as a person.
Right.
Do you know
Right.
that motherfucker? Like he's like, can you do a live so we can discuss it? You know that motherfucker within the first 5 minutes, he's like, we need to stop and start that over because you actually said some personal information about me. I'm like, fucking serious. Like, all right, and I did, but he brought up a valid point.
No, that was way after we did that video.
I know, but then you're like, you forgot to delete. That was only like 2 days ago. You're like, you forgot to delete that. I'm like,
I was
like,
watching your
oh,
old
shit.
videos and I saw it. I'm like,
yeah, I'm like, oh shit, my bad. So I went back, but I deleted it.
Some people are private about the things they want to share on here, and I absolutely respect that 100%. I'm the same way. I've learned to be that way.
Hi everybody, call me Lev.
Oh, okay, yep.
Chris is like, you fucking dummy. I'm
Oh,
like,
Bella lost
dummy.
service again.
Look at him. See, look at his face. Look at his face. He's like, you dummy. You fucking dummy.
I don't think people are gonna mess with you though, because like I've seen your videos. You've got a fucking arsenal, man, and it's just they're not gonna bother you.
Care. I don't care. You already know this. Chris says this. Yeah, Carol knows this. I don't care. Oh, Bella Rose lost service.
Yeah.
Hey,
It's-
listen,
About,
Kim,
Yes, Carol.
the way I feel,
Yeah.
I'm 70 years old in July.
Wow. I would never have guessed.
I have nothing to lose.
Same here.
That's the way I look at it.
Yep.
I have everything to gain and nothing to lose. So they better be careful.
What are people on a social media platform going to do? Or we're going to dox ourselves. So what are they going to
You have no idea how far people will take this, and I could tell you examples that would make you cringe if you want.
Oh, I've been involved, like professionally. I know.
maybe you should tell them.
Do you want me to tell you what community I left behind and what happened to some people in there and that? People will find out the most personal details about you, that they'll find your weak spot, and not only will they find it, they will. I don't really want to talk about it because I don't want to give people ideas of what to do, but they will use it against you in a way that, again, I don't want to say too much because if they haven't thought of it yet, I don't want to give them ideas of what to do and how to get people, but they will just, there's no limits to some people. That's all I'm saying. And it gets very, very criminal, very, very dangerous, very everything. It's bad news.
I get what you're. I totally get where you're coming from.
I'll tell you on the phone.
Sure.
You know what I mean? I just don't want to say it on here to give people ideas.
It just depends on who they decide to fuck with, is what they have to worry about. Like,
well, and that's like
their decisions they make, and that's fine. I don't care. I don't care. I've given out my home address. I don't care. Yeah,
but you're a guy, and guys fighting with guys on here is different. Like, it's weird. It's hard to explain it all. Like, I've had people even come at me sideways on this current channel that I'm on now, just because I'm friends with MRE, because I didn't go the way that other people wanted me to go. And it's like, you know what? You can get mad at me for who I choose to go and watch or whatever the case may be, but I'm my own person. Like, I do what I want. I think what I want. And because you guys couldn't bully me, right, and I stood up to you, because you're not used to people standing up to you and saying no, you're used to the yes men. Well, that's not me.
No, I get that, and that's a good attitude to have, for sure.
But it also gets you hated.
Yeah, but Kim, if they were really your friends,
I know,
would have respected your opinion.
100%. And now that's water under the bridge. The only reason why I'm bringing it up is because it came up in this subject. But like, I'm over it. I mean, it took a while for me to get over it because I thought they were really good friends, and it turned out they weren't. But hey, sometimes life throws you situations that shows people who they are, and they show you who they are. And when they do, it's up to you if you want to accept it or if you want to walk away from it. I choose to walk away from it. Yeah.
So based upon my experiences, the true cowards are the ones that make threats. The true cowards are the ones that try to attack. The true cowards are the ones are the least threat. That's just my personal and professional experience, for what it's worth. But those are the like, that's why I don't care if anybody knows who I am or where I live. I really don't, because, well, I'm not the only one in the house that has some different training experience. Like, it's not about like, well, you come here, we're just gonna fucking kill you. That's not what it's about. It's about, don't fuck around. If you want to make threats, and most of them will never follow through with threats because they can't, they won't, they don't have the psychological mindset or real life world experience to follow through with it. It's like, what it comes down to, it's like, bring it. And if you try to if you try to do the dance, we'll dance. We'll have fun. We'll do the tango. I know I'm all over the place, but I'm just trying to.
No,
I'm
talk.
I'm trying to express the fact that like there's so many dummies out here on social media. They'd be like they threaten you and they dox you and they do all this stuff and like so many people worry about them showing up their homes and trying to. It's very rare that that actually it does happen, but it's very rare. And it's like, go ahead, come to my house. And I've said that a couple times. And I'm like, go ahead, come over. We can have a cup of coffee or a cup of lead or whatever. Like, I'll be willing to talk to anybody. Like, have an honest, open discussion. You get stupid, you're going to have a problem. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And that's what it comes down to. And that's very rare that that happens. Very rare.
I think they target certain people who either they think they're weak and they can get, or B, somebody with a very strong and faithful following, because then it'll help build their platform, if that makes sense. So say they chose you, Mr. Smith, and said, okay, I'm coming at you. And then you go on your channel and you talk about it. Now people are going to go to their channel and look and see what's going on. And it builds their platform. And that's how some people try and get famous out here for whatever stupid reason. I don't know. But like, it's stupid. It's immature. It's childish. It's ridiculous. But, you know, when women are worried about their kids and their kids' safety, that's a real thing, you know?
It is, and you're right. But the people that usually make the threats have zero idea of what they're fucking talking about. Like, they have no idea how to actually do it. They just...
Bella?
Oh, is she here?
I keep trying to add her. It says she's here. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I can hear you guys.
Oh,
yep,
that's
there
good.
you are. Yep, there you are.
So what were you saying there? I forgot.
No, I was just saying that like a lot of these people that make these threats or say these things on other channels that like or whatever, they have no idea what the fuck they're talking about. They have no idea how to follow through with it. They just say these things, and they're just so dumb. They're just so dumb. They have no training, no experience, no real world experience. They have no fucking idea what they're doing.
They have no heart or soul.
Right, and they have no. Like they could never follow through with the threats, even if they were at gunpoint. Like if someone was behind, like you said you're going to do this, so you're going to do it at gunpoint. They never could. They never could.
Well, you know what I find really odd, and I don't understand the logic behind it, is YouTube will censor certain things you talk about in terms of medical things that I'm not going to say, but they will censor the shit out of you. But they will allow people to come on here and straight up show weapons and say, I'm going to kill you or hurt you or whatever, and that's allowed.
Agreed.
You know, like what? Where? I don't get it.
Well, they'll censor me because I have a firearms related channel name, and they'll censor my stuff. And but somebody else that makes threats like you're talking about, just fucking let them slide.
And I don't know if it's on everybody else's YouTube, but when I go on my phone on YouTube, there used to be a tab on everybody's channel that says report. And that isn't there anymore. I don't know why they changed it.
I have it on the drop down. So if you go to the right and there's like the little 3 dots, you can do the report or like there's. Well, let me do this to Payne. I'm not gonna Payne. I'm not gonna do it to you. I'm just trying to read what it says on the YouTube side. I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna. So it says go to channel, report, remove, put user in timeout, hide user on this channel.
That's because you're a moderator. So you would have to do it.
No. So if I went to his or her channel, I just go to that channel and in the upper corner, there's like a little flag, and then you can do even more. You don't have to be a moderator to do that.
Well, I don't even have the option. I don't know. Maybe it's my phone. I don't know.
No, anybody, yeah. As long as you're logged into YouTube, you don't have to be a moderator or a content creator. If you go to that person's actual YouTube channel, if they actually have one using their real name, you can go there and there's like a little flag. You click on that, and then you have the options. You can report them, block them, whatever you want to do. Kind of like in the comment section as a
Yeah.
moderator.
Look what Pain Like Pain just said. That's hilarious. Look at his background. He's
I know.
invading Kim.
I know. He's funny. He's got a good sense of humor. Pain like Bane.
Yeah, he's funny.
Good sense of humor. I like that. Better than Lee's probably, but that's none of my business.
Let's not go there.
I know. I had to, Carol. I had to come on. Class clown. I had to.
I heard there's a little scandal going on, but I have no idea what, and I probably don't want to know, but I'm going to ask the Cole's Notes version of who did he stab in the back now?
Well, time for me to get a beer.
Okay, well, okay.
Carol,
I
it's
will,
up to you.
I will take
I'm
that.
not answering that one.
Okay, I already know then. I don't need to ask the question. That's fine.
You already probably have a good idea.
I'm pretty sure that I do, but I don't know. Like, I don't follow all that crap. Like, I have so much stress in my real life that I can't have anymore.
I actually think it's been resolved.
Well, that's good.
Personal.
I hope so.
Observation, Carol. You saw the same thing I saw tonight.
Yes.
I think it's kind of been resolved in the background, which I hope it has, but it wouldn't be the first time
that this has happened.
Correct.
Well, and this goes back to what I was saying before, is that, when people show you who they are, believe them. They're not, a lot of times, many times, and I'm not going to say always, but many times, a zebra doesn't change its stripes. And if they've burned you once, chances are of it happening again are very likely, is all I'm going to say.
That's a good analogy. I agree.
But some people have a forgiving heart and allow more than they should tolerate, and that's their choice, and I get it. They have a good heart and they want to believe there's good in everybody, but sometimes there just isn't.
That's a good analogy. I actually agree with that. A Trocafer? Where are you, Trocafer? You disappeared off the...
Chocolate.
Yep.
Get your face on the screen. We need someone to look at. Well, he goes away.
I know.
Bella, are you still with us?
What do you mean? No, I was just trying to find out this background.
It only says one on YouTube side. It says one. Okay, sorry. Now it just changed. 2 watching now, and in StreamYard it's just me and showing up on StreamYard. It's just me and Troc.
That's right. Pain Like Bane. Leopard doesn't change its spots. Generally, no.
Yeah.
I would almost say never, but I don't want to put everybody in the same box, but almost never.
Actually, Pain, a camel does change its humps depending on the amount of water they drink.
Oh my God. I wish I could pull up this one video to show you guys. This camel manhandled this dude. It was the most funniest thing. I laughed for like 5 minutes over it. Like, he just, this random guy went up to a camel for some reason, I don't know why, and punched it, and the camel went ape shit on this guy. And like, I don't know if the guy even got up after it, to be honest, but yeah, it was pretty not. Yeah, it was insane.
Camels can be pretty vicious from what I've heard.
What, Ken?
Camels can be pretty vicious
really?
From what I've heard. Well, Mrs. Smith, my wife, actually served in Iraq, and she didn't like camels. She's like, fuck that shit.
They're weird looking, man.
Yeah. They are spit. Well, they do spit a little bit, but I think you're mostly thinking about Pain Like Bane. I think you're mostly thinking about, like, what are they, llamas?
Oh, yeah, they hiss at you and spit at you. And
Yeah. Oh, so it's Pain. Oh, Troc, that's for you. None of my business. From Pain.
It was tough. I'm not touching that.
Me either. None of my business. Carol, are you still here?
Yes.
I'm here.
Okay. Because all of us on the StreamYard are not showing up on YouTube as being active in the conversation.
I told you, they've been messing with me for a long time. This is what they do. Yeah. It's funny. It's a game to me now.
Is Bella, my arch enemy, still here? Or?
I don't see her, and I don't hear her, and I don't see her in the chat.
Yeah, I don't either. I'm going to drop it. Hold on. Poor girl. She's got such connection issues. That's the problem.
Yeah, it's tough when you're trying to stream and you got connection problems. Like,
Yeah.
been there before.
I think she said she was getting her laptop.
Yeah, she said she was changing out at one point from phone to some type of computer platform.
One time, this is hilarious. I've seen all kinds of weird shit out here that nobody can ever explain. Have you ever been in someone's live or watching a live and then YouTube zaps the live right then and there and it's live?
I have not experienced that.
That happened to me. I was live once and there was like hundreds of us in there and YouTube, I don't know what somebody said or what they did, but they shut the YouTube stream off. They deleted the whole thing and we had to restart a new one on somebody else's channel.
Does that surprise you?
That's
though?
messed up.
No, it doesn't surprise me at all. That's why I say this is a game to me. Like,
Obviously, they never heard of the First Amendment.
well, yeah, they
Correct.
pick and choose what they like to allow, you know.
Mm-hmm. Big corporate technology. That's what they do.
Yeah, but supposedly YouTube and Google are fighting our censorship bills. No, they're not. They're liars. They encourage it.
It's actually the same company.
Yeah, but because they're trying to really censor what we see online, what we say online, what we put. They've already been doing this to me for years, so to me, it's no different. But to some people, they're very upset, and it's like, welcome to my world.
I agree. No, you're right. But no, I have never personally experienced being shut down during a live. I'm not saying I won't be, but I have not experienced that at this point.
I'm kind of curious to know what somebody had said to YouTube in order for them to not only shut down the live, but to delete it immediately while we were still live. And it was just like, what happened? And it was usually YouTube will email you something saying you got a strike or whatever. There was nothing. There was no paper trail.
It actually might not have been a live person that did it. It could be one of their what do they call it? Like the algorithm bots that like certain keywords are brought up and like they program it in and then they're like, oh, they're talking about this. And so the bot or whatever software platform you're using with the bots just is like, shut it down. It could, and my personal opinion would be it's probably a real person. Just my
they've started doing weird things now. Like they've started doing claims, YouTube strikes for defamation. For like copyright has always been one, or community guidelines has always been. Those two have always been there. But now people can flag it and say that it's defamation and get the channel the video removed somehow with no proof, no lawsuit. Like it's stupid.
No, I agree. And GLEN B, yes, you're right. It does change over different countries. So like, what they're able to do for sure. You're right there.
Adam, this is my 5th fucking channel. Okay, I know I lost my last channel for just streaming in Ottawa. Like they didn't want that getting out there. So like I know all of their tricks, and believe it or not, they haven't come after me for defamation because I have nothing, and I don't lie. I prove what I say. But this other person is going against a big corporation that has a lot of money and a lot of resources and lawyers on speed dial, and they think he has enough worth to go after him in that manner. And I don't have anything, so there's nothing that they can get from me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's technology and the fucking politics and stuff. Well, you're right. I'm not going to preach to the choir. You already know what I'm talking about.
But I don't like it when companies and or organizations or police or other people, banks, get involved in political issues because that is not their role or their place or their job.
No, I agree. But, that's going on in both of our countries right now.
Mm-hmm.
I know, but like I'm never going to stop saying it until somebody listens. You know what I mean?
They're listening and they know, except they're still getting away with it. That's the problem.
Yeah. So
there hasn't been enough people stepping up to, what's the best way to put it? Resolve the issue. Yeah,
I understand what you're saying.
That's totally. All. That's all I'm saying. Hello, Christopher. Welcome back. He's like, I've been fucking sitting here listening the whole time.
I know. I want to hear him talk because I feel like I talk too much. So go ahead.
No, you
The floor is yours, Chris.
I dropped the link again for anybody else that wants to come on. I'm gonna get a beer and actually.
I mean, what are you talking about?
Are you
Anything
high?
you want. It's your turn.
Are you high, Christopher? Be honest.
Not enough.
Carol's gonna kick your fucking ass.
Well,
I'll be right back.
I have to go to Providence, huh?
You do? Oh, to kick his ass?
Yep.
Now we need a live stream of that one.
where
He
did
might enjoy it though.
he go?
He went to
He
get a
went to get
beer.
beer. And he's worried about you.
He should have a little like mini fridge right beside his computer so he can just reach down and grab a beer when he's live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why he doesn't like get like a cooler or something.
Yeah. That's funny. Are you high, Pain Like Bane? He's asking if you're high, Chris.
No, he's not. I can tell by his eyes.
No, not really.
And I know you're not, Chris.
No, I didn't smoke any ganja tonight. Maybe a little, but it wasn't enough.
I haven't even smoked any today, which is kind of weird. But someday that like I just can't be bothered.
Oh, I'm getting ready to quit again.
Are you?
Yeah, sometimes I quit for like 12 years, and
Wow, really? And then you went back to it. That's crazy.
I just use it, every now and then. It used to help my blood pressure, but now it's just becoming a thorn.
In what way?
It would be, it'd be one thing if I could just smoke like on the weekend, but I've been like smoking during the week. Like I'll come home from a crazy day and I'll be like, I'm just going to smoke. I don't want to do that. I want to smoke just on the weekends, and it's not happening. So I'm going to quit for a little bit, punish myself.
I find that it helps with anxiety or to calm me down if I'm.
It does,
pissed
and
off.
it did, but I'm doing it too much now.
Yeah, I can understand that. That is always usually on one of my banners usually, or not made for everybody.
Yeah,
I'm at the stress. Go ahead, Chris. What?
I wish I could smoke every day, but it affects me when I smoke too much. I make dumb decisions. It's.
I don't need weed to do that.
Well, evidently, I don't either, but it helps. It helps me do stupid things. Is that Bear?
It is Bear. You know it's Bear.
He
You've
was
talked
thin
to
then.
him on the phone.
Have a good night.
That's a great picture.
Well, it used to be. Now he just looks dumber.
That's awesome.
It's fine. Who's good night? Who's going by?
Glenn is leaving. They have to go, and just said to have a good night.
GLMB, thank you for coming on. Kim appreciates it, and we appreciate you. So
Yes,
Yeah.
definitely.
I have to go because it's 2:14.
All right. Thank you for coming on, Carol. I always
You're
love talking to you.
welcome.
You're the best.
Same here. So
Good
are
night,
you,
Carol.
Kim.
Oh,
Good
thank
night,
you.
Chris. I still love you, Chris. Don't think I don't.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Aw.
Good night, Carol.
Good night,
Thanks for coming
Good night.
on.
5.6.
Give the bear a pat for us.
I will.
All right. Good night.
All right. Good night.
See ya.
I always feel bad because I end up coming on here late at night, but that's because like I watch a lot of different content creators and they're in the like earlier time slots. I don't want to go live when they're live. I try not to do that.
You beat Chris and I to it because we were actually planning to do a live stream. I'm like, you do realize there's other people like Kim's coming on. He's like, what? We were gonna do like a prepper like what's a prepper, what do preppers do, type of thing. He actually brought it up, which is a great idea.
Let's talk about it because I think we need to have that discussion right now.
I'm not going into hours of this because it will take.
It doesn't need to be hours. Like for the people that are just kind of starting to get a grip with reality and figure out what's happening, like you really need to escalate that knowledge, like, and just put it into fucking warp speed and plan for the end of the world, really. Like get supplies, get what you need, find a safe place.
I'm being honest, Kim. This isn't hours. This is good. That would be like it's fucking 2:15 Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
This would be literally like a hours.
Yeah, it is. So let's do that another day then. I didn't know that you guys were going to go live. I originally planned this because I planned this live. It wasn't even supposed to be what this is. It was supposed to be like catch up because everybody's been messaging me like, where are you? Right. So I was going to kind of update everybody. And then when I seen you, I was like, and you said that Chalk was going to go live. I'm like, well, if you guys want to just.
That's why, because I told him like, no, Kim's getting ready to go live. And like, I think it was literally like 10 minutes. I'm like, no, we can't like.
You should have actually, you know what we should have done is instead of coming here, we should have done it on his channel because you wouldn't have all these weird little glitchy things going on like on my channel.
Well, he's glitchy, so.
Yeah, but at least you would see everybody on the stream, right? Like, you wouldn't have like people not being able to see me, or Carol or Bella. Like, I mean, it's kind of weird, right?
Well, Bella's connection issues.
This is the first time I've ever seen this like this. But you're saying it's been happening
for about at least 3 weeks, maybe a month, maybe longer. Yeah, and no matter what I change in the settings, I cannot fix it. I don't like. I know where to go to fix it for your camera and your settings and all that, and I change it. I picked every layout there is. It doesn't change anything on my end at all.
It's weird. I'm trying to look at the settings and stuff. I don't know.
Yeah, it's difficult to do it while you're actually live to go through.
Yeah, but I even tried it when I wasn't, like to see if I could get it back to normal as a test, like just record and not actually go live, and still nothing. Like I'm flagged in every fucking thing, so I'm not shocked at all about any of this. Like I think they should have me on mute and keep my face up is what they should do.
And that's one important thing to remember. We're in different countries, so. Different countries control their internet access, and they're actually talking about banning TikTok in the United States now. So
and here too, and they should. If I think what I think I know, then yeah, they absolutely should.
I agree. It's a communist Chinese run.
Yeah.
And they've already exposed.
I mean, have you seen the material on there?
Yeah, they've exposed tens of thousands of people's personal data and conversations on there.
Oh, really? I don't use it. To me, it's for the kids. Like they limp sig videos and use all these filters, and it's like you are such an idiot. But I guess they're a teenager, right?
Yes, but that's what they're going to see. Is like this is horrible. Let's see if it works. A Batman, fap. But that's what the Chinese are going to see from the American. You can't even see that. That's horrible. That's horrible. But that's what they see. That's what they see is like this. The complacent people. But yes, I think, just my personal opinion, TikTok should be completely banned. It's Chinese owned. We're in a very tight spot with China. Have been for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And it's already been publicly divulged that their corporation, they're not called TikTok, but their Chinese corporation has obtained and divulged tons of personal information from American users.
Wow.
And it's like, where's the limit? Where do you draw the line? Where's the Where's the
There,
gate?
there is no limit. They have taken away all limits and just break every law they want. And not only break the laws, but they do it with a smile and a fuck you finger right up in the air, proud as hell about it.
Well, I agree, but what I'm saying is, where's the limit to where we say we're shutting the gate?
Well,
Right.
I've been asking that for probably a good 2 years now, and nobody can seem to answer it. And I don't know. And everybody thinks we can hug our way out of this or vote our way out of this. Like, no. The only way that you can get out of tyranny is to fight it out. And I'm sorry to say that. I'm not encouraging any type of violence of any sort. But like, we have complied. We followed the orders. We did only 2 weeks to flatten the curve. Bullshit. Bull fucking shit, along with your other lies. Do you even know how many fucking scandals our prime minister has been in and paid his way out of, allegedly? I can't say anything, but I have proof of it, but I can't share it because they delete my content when I do. But it's on my Twitter. It's on my fucking pinned Twitter. Like, go on my Twitter page and you'll see it right at the top.
I'm on the same page as you. Obviously, I think we've had these discussions.
Yes, we have. And you are. I think.
There's only one way to actually resolve this, but we don't want it. But
we do want it.
Well, we don't want it, but we may have to.
Well, what we want is for them to stop overreaching into areas that are not their fucking business, yet they are making it their business. And so since that's not an option, we're going to have to get a little less huggy and a little bit more punchy.
Yeah. So it may come down. I mean, hey, look at the United States. We've already fucking done that here, haven't we?
Yeah. I thought it was going to be you guys first, but after what I read tonight, and I took screenshots of it also, if that page goes missing, like, I got proof. And it's like, holy shit. Like, they're planning it in the open. And I'm just like, oh my God, you got to be kidding. Like, this got to be a joke. What I felt like was either it's a cop or a government official trying to set people up, or people are just now at the point where it's like, who cares? Let's just do this and fuck around and find out.
Well, I mean, it could be somebody trying to establish something from whatever your government. But I don't know anything about Canadian government. I don't know how they do things, but it could be. But the whole premise and the point, and I think you're right, is like basically Canadians are fucking fed up with what's going on.
Yep.
So who cares if it's like some federal or Canadian federal person or whatever? Try to, like, Canadians are just like, this is fucking
I just feel ridiculous. Like the longer we wait, the harder it's going to be to get our country back.
That's right. And at this point, I feel like we're never going to get it back anyways. That's how I honestly feel. Like, it's too late now. The damage is done.
Oh, you better believe it.
Okay. I will disagree with that, because there's always a way to recover your country, to take it back, because we've proven that in the States, right? Like Revolutionary War.
Changed.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like, we won that. That was us versus the British. We fucking won that, and you can do. And I know there's some British, like, I'm not trying to get. I'm just saying, you guys can take control of your country just like we can. Is the bottom line. But
easier said than done, I think.
Yeah.
But we don't want it to come to the point or to the terms in which that has to occur, because that will.
You got to start over. You got to start over. Just start over fresh.
It will be. Yeah, but the problem is, it will be extremely violent.
That's all.
It'll be extremely violent, and lives will be lost. And that's like, we do not want a second American Civil War here. Is it the closest it's ever been to happening again? Yes. Am I prepared? Yes. Do I want it? No. Absolutely not.
It's at this point, it's for the future. It doesn't matter for us anymore. We need to do something.
The problem, Chris,
they're just going to walk all over us.
The problem is, Chris, is you and I have kids. We both have younger daughters.
Yeah.
Yours much younger than mine, and they're going to get caught up in the middle of this.
Yep.
It's unfortunate, but we're just going to keep sitting here and let them keep doing everything.
I agree with that, but do you want your daughter and my daughter to be violently killed in this process? Because Remember, technology's
for
changed.
100
We're not
years.
talking about muskets and we're not talking about muskets and shit anymore.
Yeah, well, it is what it is. It's been happening for 100 years now.
Okay.
You know?
I am more afraid of what's going to happen if we don't do something.
Palestinian kids.
Well, and that's a valid point, Chris. Yes,
I mean,
because
it is what it is. We need to put our foot down eventually. We're gonna lose our country.
Damn this fucking cord! I swear to God. Sorry, I'm not trying to change the subject, but this fucking cord.
Yeah.
But no, I agree. But then again, it's like we have kids, and Kim, you can probably understand. Like, I know you understand. Like, hey, fuck this shit. We need change.
Yeah.
But like, what's the life value? Like, what's it worth?
You know what? My answer to that question is I am more afraid of what's going to happen if we don't do something soon.
No,
and I am not one for. I've never even seen a war. Okay, like I've never been through it. I don't even have family that have been in it. I don't own a gun. I don't even like I don't want this. But I'm just saying, like, it's gotten to a point now where it's so far fucking gone that people are going to soon start killing themselves and have been already because they just can't handle this life anymore. That's reality. And if people don't think that's reality, like that's how I lost my man.
No, I can dig that, and there actually has to be a point where people have to stand up and fight and be violent against their own.
But what is it going to take to get there? I don't know. How, like Chris said, what is it going to take? I don't know. I don't have the answer.
I mean, I know what it took
here. In my mind, I already know what it's going to take. But
for a second time.
Should we do a phone call now?
No.
I think we should do a phone call instead of talking about this on here.
No. Well, we're talking about it right now. The phone call. It's a behind the scenes phone call is what I prefer. Put it that way.
Okay, well then you call me and call Chris.
No, I'm talking about not like so people can hear what we're talking about.
Well, like what? Like soup cans and a string.
Like we've talked before, like we're not
live. Okay, well then that's what I'm saying. Let's end this live right now. Stop it here.
No, this is
really? I thought your buddy Chris was going to come on.
He was? What?
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said he was coming on earlier.
No, I don't know. Bella was trying to get on and couldn't. She's having connection issues, but
Is she? Should I hit the link? Did she just go? Like
I think she left because I haven't seen her even in the chat for a while now.
All right, hold on. Let me check real quick. Dude, Pain Like Bane. If you tell me I took your wrench again one more time,
is he talking about on your channel or on my channel?
On yours.
He can't take the wrench.
Bella's still here. Still here.
She is?
Yeah, I just hit the @ symbol in your chat, or especially on YouTube. And Bella, she's still here. Bella, come back on for fuck's sake. Here. The fuck. And pay no mind to the God damn, Pain Like Bane. How many comments are you gonna type in a row? What the fuck? That's like holy shit.
I think he's the only one in the chat, so he wants to be part of the conversation.
No, actually you're right. Because there's on the YouTube side, there's only one watching now.
Well, it's 2:30, you know.
But come on, dude. Pain, come on. You and I get along very well, but seriously.
What?
No, I'm talking to Pain, not you.
Yeah, I know. Why? What's he saying?
Well, he's the only one that's been commenting like 100 times in a row and accusing me of taking his wrench. I'm like, I can't even do that.
He's just fucking with you.
He's just
I can. For fuck's sake,
he's just busting your balls. That's all.
Yeah, but seriously,
look at the side. Did you see my new wallpaper?
That's hilarious.
Look at the size of this nose.
Mm-hmm.
At least you shaved, Chris. At least you shaved.
Mm-hmm.
It expresses your nose just a little bit more. I can't say anything. Come on.
Well, I don't know if you guys want to do a call or it's up to you. I don't care.
I
No,
don't care either. I think if we want to talk about that kind of stuff, which I mean, I don't like. I'll always talk about it because it's a major concern for me right now. Like, so if you want to call us.
So
I can end this.
let's talk about something right now while you're live, while we can,
Okay.
because it was brought up on another channel, and I was actually going to do a live on it.
Okay.
What countries are the biggest threats to both the United States and Canada right now?
China.
That's one.
I think that's the biggest one, and I think that's where most of the focus should be. And I think by them diverting the attention onto other areas, we're taking the focus off where it needs to be.
Yeah, I don't even understand how they're still in existence after
Name at least
pandemic.
5 more. Name at least 5 more.
I can't name 5 more. I know who they want me to name.
So you both said China, right?
Yeah, I know who they want us to name, and they want us to say Russia or Ukraine. But if there's a fucking war,
Ukraine, no, not Ukraine's on a list.
No, probably like Afghanistan, Russia.
So we have Russia, China, and go on. Both
who owns the gas and the oil? Saudi Arabia.
Israel. You have to worry about Israel.
They're our friends right
big
now.
Evil.
Saudi Arabia is our friends right now.
I honestly don't know. I because I'm only focusing on what's an immediate threat to us at the moment.
North Korea, Iran.
Iran? No, they're fine. You kidding?
You don't.
You know what? This is honestly a hard question to answer, and you know why? Because we get our information from the media, which we can't trust.
Well, I don't.
I don't. I get my information.
Iran, all the young kids, they want to be like America. You know, they can't wait till all these old dignitaries die off.
I get my information from MRE, so I know. And
well, okay. I don't mean like the news or anything like that. I don't watch the news either. But we're getting it. It's secondhand information that I haven't seen. Like I seen live on YouTube earlier about France and about how they're like violently protesting now.
Oh, good for them. That's what we need to do.
I know. Sorry, what's that?
They used to do that in the 70s, but now it's just ridiculous.
You both just segued a little bit because we didn't finish the actual threats. Because there's
who do you think, Mr. Smith, is the?
It's not who I think; it's who I'm told. So Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, of course, Iraq and Afghanistan, especially Afghanistan, because look what just happened when we fucking pulled out of there. Who's in charge of there now?
I have no idea.
Who fucking flew planes into?
Yeah, but that's a lost war, anyways. They got freaking cities in the mountains.
That's a lost war.
That's
all right. Here's the big one.
Okay.
What nation or country, whatever you want to fucking call them? Neither one of you are probably gonna get this right.
No, I'm kind of dumb.
Know it. No, you're not dumb. You're
Sure.
smart. I'm just talking about you paying attention to current intel.
Okay.
Where did Russia stage? What country or region did Russia stage in massively before the invasion? And who hates the United States?
See, I don't even know that.
Korea.
Belarus.
Where's that? What country? Is that the name of the country or what? I don't know.
Belarus.
Russian
state. See, I told you I'm an idiot.
It used to be part of the USSR, but once the USSR dissolved, it was not part of. It's not part of Russia anymore.
Can I ask you a question? And you guys would probably know better than me.
Sure.
Is this true or not? I was told, and I don't know if it is or not. I'm not making up any rumors, but I swear to God, I was told that this Russia-Ukrainian war is because Putin was part originally of the WEF, and then he said, "Fuck you, I'm not going along with it," and that's why he started this war. Is that true or no?
Putin was KGB before they.
What does that mean? Because we don't have that here.
That's basically their CIA, their version of the CIA.
Okay.
But then they changed it later on. They called it something else. Well, they still call it something else. But he was part of their original, the KGB. Well, not the original, but the KGB. His dedication is to create the USSR, United Soviet Socialist Republic, again, which was dissolved. He wants to do that again and reabsolve all the countries that split from it that are just in those territories. So we have Russia, then we have Ukraine, who used to be part of it, Belarus, who used to be part of it, like all these different little territories and countries and things that used to be part of the USSR. So Putin's goal is to recreate. That's like his agenda, his personal. He wants it to be his personal legacy to recreate the USSR because that's how he grew up. That's where he worked. That's how he lived. And that is the initiation of the problematic parts of Ukraine before the invasion happened. But if you if you saw the buildup between the Russian and Belarus lines before it actually happened, people were like, "Yeah, Russia's getting ready to invade Ukraine to take them back," because there were already
that'd be good if their equipment actually worked.
Yeah, there were already Donetsk and some other regions of Ukraine were already like pro-Russian and wanted to be part of a new USSR. But most of Ukraine was like, no, we're our own country now, our own region. But that's where it all started, and it actually started before the news media picked up on it. But
well, I was, like I said, the rumor that I was told was that Putin was one of, Uncle Cotton Schwab's little cronies, and then he was like, fuck you, I'm not involved in this, and this is why he went against them. That's what everyone is saying is really going on.
Everybody can make their own
right. Well, that's why I'm asking, because I really don't know. Like, I mean, I don't watch any news. I know I have my valid sources of information and I double check that and shit, but there's only certain things I'm focused on right now because I feel that they are more of a threat to what's close to me in my place. And you know what I mean? Other things in other parts of the world, I can't help.
Are you serious? You feel threatened by Russia?
No, I don't at all.
Oh, okay. Right.
That's why I'm saying.
I don't either.
Put it this way. If he was as bad as everybody is making him out to be, this guy's got nukes that could just destroy this country in 2 seconds. Why wouldn't he have done that already if that's what he wanted?
Oh, they probably wouldn't even work. They'd probably blow up right in their own yard.
I seen a speech of Trump. He was talking in Arizona, and he said, "I know how powerful these nukes are because I built them. They could literally wipe out the entire world if they wanted." And if he's got the tools, the weapons, the power, and the ability to do it, why wouldn't he have done that by now? It makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
And if you're in the middle of a fucking war, how is Zelensky, walking into the White House with jeans and a fucking sweater? Like, I mean, what the hell is going on? Do they think we're that stupid? I don't get it.
Well, Biden was just in Ukraine 2 weeks ago, right?
Yeah, and Trudeau went to, I think, Ukraine for a concert, but he's so scared, for this war country that he's sending millions and billions of dollars to and tanks and everything, and he's taking his kid to a concert over there. Get the fuck out of here. I was born at night, not last night, okay?
Yeah, exactly. This is ridiculous.
Just remember the most important part. Putin came up KGB under the USSR, and that's what he wants to recreate is USSR. He doesn't want it to just be Russia anymore. He wants to take over. That's his ideology.
There has to be more to that reasoning than other than that's the world he grew up in. Because I get that. Like, I mean, I miss the world I grew up in, but it's not my mission in life to recreate that.
So remember his training and experience in the world. Sorry, I was looking at my mouse because it wasn't working right. His training and experience in the USSR was control, power, communism, things like that.
Right.
And then that all went away. And his thing is like, and how he's trained, his ideology, his experience.
Yes.
We need this back. And now he's the president of, always been the president of Russia. So he wants it. God, we're so getting flagged right now.
Oh, totally. But hey, I'm already, so don't worry. Like we're not like we're just talking about current events that honestly I don't know enough about to even make an informed opinion about.
How would we get flagged?
Because there's certain words and terminology
Keyword,
that you use.
exactly.
But the stream is coming from Canada. So
It doesn't.
Yeah, but that's worse than the US.
Yeah, but I think they're more.
Okay, all right. It's getting flagged by 2 countries, not just one. How's
Yeah,
that?
but we're not saying anything dangerous. We're not promoting anything dangerous. We're actually I'm a Canadian. You guys are Americans. We're talking about something that's happening in the world currently as we speak that I don't have enough information on or knowledge of to really grasp what's actually happening. I have my own ideas, but I don't know because I'm an idiot. Like I'm telling you, I really am. Like I don't know.
Putin's just trying to recreate the USSR.
How can a country have the same president for how long? Like how does that work? They don't vote or what?
I mean, we have term limits of what, 8 years, so you can be reelected. You serve 4, you can be reelected for another 4.
I wish we had that here. We don't.
I don't know how it works in Russia.
Right.
We don't have term limits here, and they're badly needed because diapers of politicians need to be changed for the same reason. They're shitty.
Yeah.
So, and that's the thing, unfortunately, with more experience comes more knowledge. And then you not only can make the laws, but you learn how to break them and not get caught, in my opinion.
We actually had a good president for a little bit, and then they just robbed the election, and they're just screwing this whole country up.
Yeah, and what you guys, both of our countries are led by idiots right now, okay? So imagine what we look to people on the other side of the world. You got Biden, who can't find his way off a stage. He needs a life alert and a compass. And my prime minister needs a bottle and a rattle.
Yeah.
And we look like fucking morons.
Yeah, but the other countries really know, though. They know what's going on, just like the US. So.
But do they? Because I don't know.
Yeah, because of the internet and stuff. So they're just waiting for the next election.
Kim, as bad as the United States look, you said, well, our country looks like morons. Come on. Yeah. United States, seriously. Biden.
No, I'm not talking to like us, or I'm talking about like, say, way across the world, like the other side of the fucking world.
Oh.
You know what I mean? That are so far removed that only get, maybe their media is like ours and it's very censored and it's very biased. And maybe they don't know. Like, I don't even know what's going on in other parts of the world because of that. So don't forget, if it's like Canada, they direct the narrative.
Yeah, they only tell you what the Democrats want.
That's right. So how do we really know for 100% certain that this is the case at hand? And the only way that we can ever even learn anything is to ask questions, because I don't know.
I think they know because they come from third world countries and stuff, so they know how crooked it is.
Yeah.
They're just waiting for everything to change.
Well, and the sad thing is a lot of people fled those third world countries for safety and security and refuge. And now they're going back to those same countries because they see it happening here.
Yeah.
That's insanity to me.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that moved to Canada. Because it was so easy to become a Canadian citizen as to becoming an American. So, it was just easier to just go to Canada. And then ways to get here after that, But, they had coming from Botswana or something, It was just easier for them.
Well, that was random, Botswana.
Well, that's one of my friends. He's from Botswana.
I know, but that was random. Like
right off the bat, he's like, Chris, it would be easier for me right now. And what he was hearing from his friends from home was to just move to Canada and be a student there, because it would be easier to become a Canadian. This was just before 2000. So
well, they have. And you know what's funny?
Changed, right?
You know what's funny is I remember a story that Emery told me one time. And he said to me that years and years ago, like over 20 years ago, people used to go to this backyard in New York or whatever and end up coming into Canada. Well, the fucking funny thing about that story is that they were recently busing in immigrants from New York to across an illegal border crossing at Roxborough Bridge, it was called. It's in Quebec. And they were like not even going through the immigration process. They were just bringing them in, busting them in. So one of the live streamers that I watched, they went down there and they to find out what was going on, because they're illegally bringing these people in. And then they wonder how the crimes go up. Well, think about it.
Yeah,
But the funny thing about this is, the funny thing about the story, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just meant to finish the thought, was that the funny thing that is funny about that is people go through those, there's a couple houses in that area, which is very like obscure. And they used to bring across smokes, booze, guns, anything you want, you could bring across and just walk through backyards and be in a different country.
This kind of sounds like me living in the mountains and where I used to work, honestly. It's just a difference in population, ideology, principles, things like that.
I don't know. I don't have the answers. I don't know what it's like.
Well, I live in the mountains, right?
Yeah.
Before I used to live in this vicious place that I used to work, and then I'm like, fuck this shit. I'm not living here anymore. And then for a long, like, decade and well over a decade.
Yeah, but you're close to the Appalachian Mountains, though, aren't you?
In it, Blue Ridge and Appalachians, yeah. They run, yeah.
You're in a good spot.
I lived near the Rocky Mountains before. I loved it.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, like, it goes back to the point that you're talking about. It's like you get involved or embedded in these very bad places, very violent, politically corrupt places.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Once you remove yourself from that
and deprogram, yep,
it's very.
I get it.
It's very healthy, put it that way.
It is, but it's a hell of a process to go through, and not everyone is fortunate enough to be in a position where they can do that.
Exactly, I agree.
But that's exactly what's needed. But some of us are fucking literally stuck, and I don't know. I don't know what to say. I mean, I feel like I'm on the Titanic. It's sinking. I see it sinking, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. And I'm ready to cut the fucking strings so I can get on the life jacket and the fucking lifeboat. And like, I don't care if anybody's coming with me or not. But
it's weird. I felt that way in '98.
Really?
Yeah, and people just thought I was insane, right?
Well, yeah, they did.
Said, most of the stuff I said and predicted actually happened. Freaking crazy.
How did you have the foresight to see it so far back?
Because I'm a realist. I see reality.
Well, me too, but I know people that have seen it like 12, 15 years ago, and I thought, wow, that's pretty, you were really on the ball. But like in 1998, that's 25 fucking years ago. Yeah. Like what were the red flags going off in your mind that made you say, like, this is going to happen?
Because I knew about the innocent countries and innocent civilians that were dying because of the country.
Right.
And I know how the news is brainwashing. It's always been.
Yeah.
So I was talking about fake news way long time ago.
Well, no matter what we all think, there's going to be people that have very, very differing opinions that are the.
Yeah, well, look at the preppers. Like I was talking to.
Yes, no, I'm talking about the people.
They were nuts, but guess what? They're pretty damn.
I'm talking about the people that are going to be the downfall of both of our countries because they're going to.
Well, we can't save everybody.
Well, look what's happened. Look what's happened in the States, Kim. All the like, especially in like the most liberal. Washington, Oregon states, like all these places, and they're downfalls now. They're done. San Francisco, California, they're done. They are done, and they're not going to have an easy comeback from it if they can even come back from it.
That's how we feel in Canada. We feel it's fallen, and there is no way with all the damage that's been done to be able to, even if somebody came in here, let's just for a minute imagine make believe. and someone came in here with a cape and a wand and said, I'm going to fix this. Even if they had the ability to do it, nobody would even fucking believe them, because that's how much shit we've seen, and we're used to seeing shit. That it's like we can't even believe in something that would help us, because we've all been through so much trauma that now our minds automatically go to the worst case scenario, because we are living in the worst case scenario.
Exactly, right? I mean, how about this whole thing that they were talking about with the what was that? With the it just happened with in California there.
The snow that they got or something?
The flooding?
No. Where all the technology companies are.
Oh, the banks collapsing.
Yeah.
Collapsing.
That was targeted, you guys.
Yeah, but listen, everyone was so worried about that and this and that. Oh, right? Guess what? I was at work that day, and all the traders are celebrating. So evidently they're making money on something.
Well, yeah, here's the thing, though. The behind the scenes stuff that we don't know about is what I believe. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. I don't know nothing. I'm a nobody. But my opinion is they know that the people that are a big part of Silicon Valley are the greasiest fucks on the planet, and they can't catch them criminally. So what they did was they specifically targeted that bank. That's where all the heavy hitters go. And now they're suffering, like Mark Zuckerberg and his 11,000 employees that got laid off. Good, fuck you. And this is the way that they have to get them. But here's a point that needs to be mentioned, is that in California, they stopped doing trades that day. When they stop doing trades, that means there's a fucking problem. But if New York is celebrating, that means they knew about it in advance. So who's pushing the buttons here?
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I love doing these, because you talk to different people and you put things together that you might not have figured out otherwise. And like, I knew that trades were shut down that day in California. The banks were saying, we're not going to secure your money. We're not going to insure it. It's gone. You're not getting it. And they're causing a 1929 collapse. Like, it's collapsing around us.
Yeah.
And now, like, I got this notice today from my bank, which is actually really funny that you mentioned this, because I was like, yeah, whatever. It says something about digital banking and some other thing. And I'm like, so it says click on this to see more. Well, they baffle you with bullshit, right? I don't fall for that. I look for keywords and explanations. So I was like, that sounds really weird to me, and it sounds not good, right? So I hate Facebook, but I went on there and I seen this video, and the woman said the same thing, but it was from a different bank. And she got the same thing, and she called the bank, and she kept escalating the call. The banks can't even explain why they want to go to this digital system. You know why? Because a bail-in is coming, which means when the economy collapses because of their fucking fault, they're going to take all of your money, our money, and they're going to put it towards these debts that we're never going to be able to pay back. Like, what's going to happen when the fucking loan sharks come and start breaking people's necks and knees? They're not going to go after, the people that did it, because they're going to be hiding in their bunkers. They're going to come after the people. This is the plan that they have, and they're not telling people. There's such thing as a bail-in, okay? So when the economy collapses, they can go into your accounts, your security deposit box, your accounts, your anything, and take your money without your permission or consent to help them get out of this situation. A lot of people don't know that.
And that's when the value of money becomes worthless.
Well, it already is. It already is. They used to have gold to print money, and now they don't.
Well, I'm talking about, like, from the survival aspect, the prepper aspect. So that's when it becomes, you better have some fucking food and water and guns and ammo and training and knowledge and things like that to survive, because you're not going to be able to get your own money out of the bank. And even if you could, it's going to be worthless, right?
That's just it.
So
and that's why people are very alarmed about going to this digital ID and all this online shit, because if you don't agree with the political agenda, they can just shut you right off and cut you off to every resource, everything, your car and everything.
I've always said, like, at least in the States, if you're not on a government watch list, you're not doing something right. And I'm talking about the States. That means if you're not fighting the system, then you're not doing something right. If you're just abiding by it, fuck that shit. fight it. Fight it. If you're not on a government watch list, you're not doing something right. I stick by that. I stick by that.
Yeah, one thing I admire you guys for is that you do have something called the whistleblower law, which offers protection to the person coming forward, exposing the crimes. You know what happens here in Canada when you are that whistleblower? You get the target on you. You get charged criminally, civilly. You get every asset you own, everything taken from you. To the point that you're ready to die.
But that happens here frequently. So we have whistleblowers that are protected under U.S. federal law and stuff like that do come forward, and they're consistently persecuted and attacked. So it's really no different than what you're talking, like what happens there. It's really no different.
Right.
So we do have that.
Yeah.
But there's actually no real difference in what happens to a whistleblower compared to there, I guess, because they are persecuted and attacked.
Yep.
And some of them are charged.
Yep.
And indicted.
Yep.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
And that's what they're doing here. And it's scary because do you know how many scandals Justin Trudeau has been involved in? And he's gotten out of every one of them. Well, some he's been found guilty of, but that was just a large sum of money. But he gets to choose who actually investigates him. Like, how corrupt is that?
A little bit.
Just a little bit. Like, give me a fucking break. Give me a break. Like, this soft approach on crime. Like, you go out, you shoot somebody, you're out on bail the next day. You protest at one of these shows they don't want you to do, and you can't even get bail for a year. Like, what the fuck?
No, I get it. But there's actually what you're talking about right now. There's not too much of a difference between the current United States and the current Canada government.
Okay, now let me ask you another question because I don't fully understand all of this yet. Like, I'm learning as I go, right? Mm-hmm. So in the US, they can impeach a president, correct? What does that mean exactly? They're not thrown out of their position, right?
No, they're not thrown out. They're not criminally charged, anything like that. It just basically means like they got in trouble for something they did. And that's it. And Congress, Senate and Congress, everyone will still act as normal. The president will still be the president. Things like that.
There's no hope for this world. The more I hear.
Yeah.
Unless you're evil and in charge, then if you're just an average Joe like us, we're screwed.
So remember, way back in the day. Well, I don't know how old you are, honestly, but so back in the day, and I was a kid. So our former president, Richard Nixon, got in trouble for some things that actually were government related, like set up kind of things, or at least established. I won't say set up, established. And he said, he basically went on live national television like, I resign as your president of the United States. And and that's where these two fingers came from. It's Nixon. He got on a fucking helicopter, like basically Marine One. So like if you get on the presidential helicopter, it's Marine One, and fucking flew off. And people were like watching their own president just fucking fly. They're all like,
well, that reminds me of a story, an interview that happened during the convoy of Justin Trudeau's half brother. His name is Kyle Kemper. And he met with one of the truckers, and he went on and said, basically, Justin, whatever it is they have on you, you need to leave now, and you need to think about your kids' safety. You need to flee while you can. And something along the lines, if you read between the lines, knowing what I know now, but what his half brother said was, if you're alone in a room with a woman and something happens and people get things on you, like, what do they have on you, Justin? Like, he basically said what they had without coming out and saying what they had, because of NDAs and lump sum payments that they can't talk. They're gagged now. Mm-hmm. And that's his own half brother saying that. Mm-hmm. So, I don't know.
I can dig it. But like I was talking about Nixon, like the whole country watched their president say like, I quit.
So
Get on
then
a
what
fucking
happens in that
helicopter
situation?
and fly. Well, the vice in this country, the vice president takes over until there is a new election. So the vice president is second, like the second to replace. But Nixon, like literally, was like, "Fuck this shit, I'm out," with his little victory fingers or his V fingers.
That's
Got on a
actually kind
fucking
of funny.
helicopter.
I hate to say it, it's actually kind of funny because, hey, you know when to hold them and when to fold them, right?
And he flew away in the
That-
presidential helicopter, and people were like crying watching this
Yeah.
in person on live national TV, like
Wow.
crying, going like, "Our president just quit in front of us all. Like, what the fuck do we do?" The vice president has to step in at least for a certain period of time. But people were watching this, going like, "Our president just."
We've been praying for that to happen here, but he's too much of a narcissist to ever acknowledge that he's made any bad decisions, any error, any mistakes. He is like, I don't even know how this guy can fucking sleep at night. I seriously don't. Like, how many drugs is he on to sleep at night?
No, I can dig it. I can dig it. But yeah, we had in the States, we had one just be like, "Fuck it, peace, I'm out." And that's, I think, he meant, like, "Peace, I'm out." It wasn't like V for victory, because he
That's
was
fucking funny, though. If you think about it, what did he do that was so bad that he had to run away?
Look up Watergate.
Okay, I've heard of it, but I don't know what that is. But I will do that
It's
later.
actually Watergate used to be a hotel. Well, it's I think it. Well, I think it's still there. I've actually been there. I used to live around there. Watergate, and then like people. G. Gordon Liddy.
I don't know who that is. Sorry.
Okay. I actually talked to him on the phone once. He was a dick. But the government sent in a bunch of people into the Watergate Hotel. They scrounged up some information against the current United States president, Nixon. And then next thing you know, he's like, "I'm not a crook." And then boarded a helicopter and fucking flew off into the sunset. He quit as president. Flew off into the sunset, and people are like, American citizens are like,
See, now that tells me it's no different here. The only difference is that people are being paid off to keep their mouth shut, and they're all complicit. Everybody involved, all of them, everybody.
It was totally corrupt, and it was a totally internal thing. Well, whatever. I was a kid. I'm just saying it happened. But
I want to say that gives me hope, but that was so long ago that, like, I mean, times have changed. Now money talks, bullshit walks, and they just silence us. They censor our speech. If they had nothing to worry about, why are they so concerned about controlling what the media puts out and what they don't?
No, seriously, look up. Look up Nixon. Look up Watergate.
Okay.
And you'll find out all kinds of exactly what I'm talking about. And there's comedians that do stand up on it. Like, I try to be the class
right.
clown,
Yes.
but there are comedians that were like, he was the only president in the history of the United States that people just fucking watch go like, "I quit," get on a helicopter, and then fly out, and they're like, they start crying, like Americans start.
I think it's hilarious. Holy shit!
What do we do? And he's just like, "I'm not a crook." Gets on the helicopter and fucking flies out. I remember that as a kid. Well, barely.
That's fucking funny shit.
I'm like, holy fuck balls. But yeah, that actually happened. And that's not to say it won't happen again.
No, because now these narcissists, like, they will never admit anything because they've got everybody in their back pocket. And it needs to happen systematically where all the dominoes fall at the same time. If you don't catch them all, you're not going to catch one.
I'll be honest, I think it's going to be Chris Strzok when he gets, or after he gets elected. He's going to be like, "I'm sorry I got too high tonight."
Chris Strzok needs to come save the day in Canada because we need somebody to save the day, or there's no Canada left, man. And I never thought I would say this ever about my country, ever.
He's just going to be smoking on live to be like, "I'm not a crook," then jump on the presidential helicopter and fucking fly out. And everybody that smokes weed is just going to cry.
That is the funniest shit.
So, here's what kills me the most.
Okay.
We have great grandparents, grandfathers, great grandfathers, grandfathers, our fathers. My father was in Vietnam. They fought for our freedom, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
we have our freedom. And you know something that always stood out? My father always said this to me, and I just was like, yeah, okay, whatever. He always said history repeats itself. I don't know why, but that was one of his favorite friggin' sayings.
Yeah.
Drove me nuts.
I know why.
You know, but he always said China was the biggest threat. He used to say they could all spit towards our country and we drown to death here. That's how many there are. Yeah.
Oh, shivels.
Yeah.
I know why he used to say that.
Why? I have a theory, but I don't know if I'm right.
So you said we're our own worst enemy, right?
He said that history repeats itself.
Yeah, history repeats itself because we're our own worst enemy. I just said it in different words because we tend to repeat history. And if you don't learn from history, we're our own worst enemy. I just used a different history repeats itself. Well, because we're our own worst enemy.
I think knowledge is a very sometimes it's a powerful thing, but sometimes it's a powerless thing because you have all this knowledge, you know what the problems are, but we cannot fix it. It's way above our pay grade. Like there's nothing that we can do, and it's almost a curse to know all this shit, to see the train coming and not be able to do anything about it. It's a helpless feeling. Like I'm a person that I see a problem, I make a plan, and I fix that shit. That's the way it should go. But I can't fix this. Like it's way beyond me. It's way beyond anybody.
I agree, and borders have nothing to do with it. It's the problem at hand.
Yeah.
And your abilities to correct it. But it's really no different here either.
I know.
It's very hard to correct.
I know.
Forcefully or otherwise, it's very, very hard to correct.
Well, we tried to do the right thing and tried to contact our MPs and our senators and things like that. The things they tell you to do. And we don't get calls back. Or if we do, we see them in their question period. They look, honestly, this is why I call them toddlers, because they do look like a bunch of kids throwing sand in the sandbox. It's embarrassing. It's humiliating. And why even bother?
Because they're the actual enemy. That's the problem.
Yeah. And of course, they're not going to let them start an investigation about themselves without picking the judge, you know?
And that's the thing. It's not they're the enemy. They're in control. So if you have complaints, it goes to the enemy, and the enemy's like, fuck you.
Well, I'll compare this to like a work situation that I've had, because I've had like some weird situations at work where I've gone in and taken over a company that was essentially a hostile takeover. And you get resistance met at every single way you turn. So my theory is you go after the head of the snake. Because if they see somebody with the big mouth go down, they're going to go around and tell everybody, do their job for you. And now people are going to step back into line. Because now they're going to be like, well, when's it going to be me next? But this is so much bigger than a snake. Like this is like bigger than anything in this world. Bigger than a fucking Tweety bird or whatever bird you were talking about earlier. Like, fuck. It's too big. There's no winning.
So here's a positive thought, at least for me. I just think this way: good will always win over evil. And so if you just keep that in the back of your mind, it's going to save your sanity.
Well, you know what, Chris? I used to honestly believe that, but in my experience in my life, it's the good people that are killing themselves because they can't handle this shit.
Yeah, we're like the martyrs, right? But at some point, when the battle really begins, it's going to be good that beats evil.
I want to believe that, but it's so hard after everything I've been through, and like I don't want to stress anybody out. You know what I mean? It's a lot. It's heavy. It's deep. It's a lot. And you know, when I say these things, I don't mean to sound like a negative person. I'm just looking at it realistically and historically for what's happened to me in my life and the way that I've seen things happen. And it's never the good people that win, and it should be. Right. It should be. And that's why I keep screaming so loud even when no one's hearing me, because I want it to be that way, but I can't fix it.
And that's like kind of what I was saying, like about like how our grandparents, everybody fought for freedom and for the right reasons, and it just seems, unfortunately, it just seems like a big waste because they just completely turn history right around again, and we're repeating ourselves.
Yeah, and they beat veterans up in Canada, in Ottawa, so that's what they think of our military and our veterans that served.
That's horrible. That happened to my father when he came back from Vietnam, and they spit at him.
So Kim, you and I are going to have a private conversation, not on here, about this same topic because I need some more insight. I agree with what you're saying. Do you ever watch the Sean Bryan show on YouTube?
Are you talking that yes, that guy you told me to look up, and I did start, but my head's been all over the place. I've got so much on my plate right now. I haven't, and the videos are long, and I know it's a big deal to get into it, and I just don't have the time to dedicate to it right now.
Well,
but I did briefly.
Right. The basic premise is Canada dumped one of their special operations forces operators.
Yes.
Because one, he wouldn't take the vax.
Yeah.
Then two, he went on this former American special operator.
Yeah, I did see that. They tried to fight him.
Navy SEAL, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the country of Canada sent the American guy, the former SEAL, like cease and desist orders.
Yep. I know. And they're doing the same thing to a guy in Canada. His name is Jeremy McKenzie. He goes by Raging Dissident on YouTube. And they're ruining his life. And he was a former veteran, 14 and a half years served in the Canadian Armed Forces, impeccable record. And then because he's very loud, very vocal, very sometimes says things that you probably shouldn't say, but who doesn't? Every one of us are guilty of that at certain times. Yeah. And yeah, now they're ruining his life. They're destroying him. He got debanked. Have you ever heard of a bank just debanking you, saying you have X amount of days to get all of your money out?
Yes, I have actually.
What is the reason for that? Do they consider him a terrorist, or what is it?
It's well, it starts at the political level, and then it goes on to a level, enforcement level, whether it's federal, state, or local.
Wow.
And so debanking means, which is probably what happened with a very similar premise that happened with what happened with the Americans here, where the FBI just fucking went into the bank and just raided their safety deposit boxes and took all their fucking money and jewelry and shit like that.
Oh my God.
Without justification. And
to me, you know what the message that sends? War. That means war. You're stealing from people in the night, shady. That means fucking war.
How many times do I have to tell people we are this much closer to a second American Civil War?
I know. And
no,
I
I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about like how many times do I have to stress?
I know. And I've been saying the same shit for over 3 years now. And do you know how many friends I've lost? Like they thought I was crazy then, but I bet you they don't now.
I don't want, and that's the thing. And you have to stress, like, I don't want that. I've got a family and a daughter to think about, things like that. Am I prepared? Absolutely.
I'm not. I'm in no way prepared. But if it happens, whatever.
But your country's laws are different. That kind of prohibits you from being prepared in certain ways. But I'm like,
for certain reasons, such as what we're talking about. It's all done.
I'm talking about stripping of your guns. And
I know, but think about why would a country want to do that? Unless it's a tyrannical government that knows it's overstepping and is afraid that the citizens are going to turn on them. So they're trying.
That's weird. It sounds like World War II Germany, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? Yes.
So weird. I'm being, for anybody that doesn't realize what
they understand that you were being facetious and being like, what the fuck? But yeah, like, I mean, we can talk about this all day long. I have been all day long. I've lost a lot of channels. YouTube's kind of given up on taking my channels away because like I just make another one. And you know what? It doesn't matter. Like who am I? I'm nobody. I'm not a cop. I'm not a lawyer. I'm a nobody.
Oh, Kim, you know what the cool part is? If they take our guns, I know somebody that'll bring bombs.
You do?
Christopher, are you still here? Okay, he's still here. We'll bring in some Lebanese bombs and fuck shit up. That'll be great.
I don't, oh,
I'm sorry.
well, here's the part that is stressing me out is that, like, I know it's getting closer to things happening. And the thing is, like you said, if you're prepared, that's one thing. I'm mentally prepared, but physically, like, I have no guns. I have nothing. It's just, it is what it is. I don't care at this point.
Get creative. There's ways to be creative. And that's Chris brought up the prepper thing.
I just watched my cat chase a skunk down the street.
Oh God, did it get sprayed?
No.
My lost dog got sprayed, and oh my God, that's a smell you'll never get out for months and months. Still smell it. Oh.
I know. We the dog downstairs used to get sprayed every summer, like
12
times a summer. You could smell it in the whole neighborhood.
Oh yeah, it's brutal. People say it smells like weed. No, it fucking doesn't. You've never been sprayed then, huh?
Yeah, it's wrong.
So Chris is letting animals out through his window again. I get that. Probably from the second story. But before I go, because I'm getting exhausted, it's 3:60.
Yeah.
But this is a topic for future. So because you're not allowed guns and ammo, or certain ammo and certain guns, does not mean you can't go to your local. I'm not going to name names of businesses.
I know.
And make your own, because they do work. They will work as long as you know, like, you follow simple.
You have to train. You have to learn safety, everything. And
I don't know anything, and I'm not very safe, and I'm too much of a hothead at this point to even attempt to try. It would be a bad thing all the way around.
Chris is right. Training is very, like, especially key.
I heard you talking about that one night on your stream, and somebody, who was it that was up there that was very smart? He knew everything too about the safety of guns and all gun safety and cleaning it and oiling it.
Nunzio.
Yeah. And it was such an informative discussion, but I don't know. It's we're a different culture here, and I don't know why, but we are.
But the point is, like, okay, let's put the training aside. Like you said, you have no firearms whatsoever.
No, I never have.
Right. You can go to your local. You have, what are they called up there? I'm not naming business names, but you can go to 2 or 3 or 4 different businesses, big box store type, is that the best way to put it?
Okay.
Places, and buy every part you need to make a single shot 22 long rifle or 12 gauge shotgun, a gun. Like, you can just go in. We can do that here all day.
I don't know how it is in Canada, though.
Yeah,
well,
that would
no,
get
all
me
the parts,
probably 10 to 20 years.
Nope, all the parts are still the same. And they're totally available for anybody to go in and buy, take them home. The problem is in Canada is, in the United States, it's legal to do that. Federally legal to do that. In Canada, probably not so much. But it's the same principle. You can go and do that.
Let me tell you how strict the fucking Canadian gun laws are, okay? You have to be a registered gun owner to have a handgun. But having said that, you are never allowed to be caught carrying that gun outside of your home or to the shooting range. And before you leave your home with that gun to take it to the shooting range, you need to make a phone call and tell someone that that's what you're doing. Like, it's so retardedly strict. It's unbelievable. Well, but yet, look at all the crimes that are happening. How is that happening? I don't get it.
Well, in all honesty, we have some very similar laws here in the United States, which are stupid, but it's very much not as stringent or restrictive as there. But I'm telling you, you can go to fucking your local whatever store. I know 4 names, but I'm not going to mention them.
Don't mention any names.
And buy all the parts you need to make a single shot, 2 different calibers at least.
I was watching somebody's live earlier, and they said that you cannot carry mace or a knife to use as protection. Now, let me tell you a story. I lived in Calgary. It's the foothills of the mountains. And I went to a store and I bought bear mace. bear spray, and it was registered with the police department, so it was all above and beyond, like legal and everything. And you are allowed to carry it because bears are in the mountains for sure. You know that, you live there. Fuck. So I don't know where this guy was getting his information, or if it was a bill that was just recently passed, but you are allowed to carry dog spray for a dog attack. You can't say it's, you know, to use against somebody, but I mean, what do they expect from women? If you're jumped by 5 guys, you don't stand a chance.
So why are you required to register bear spray and known bear?
Because I honestly, I don't know. It was the first time I'd ever bought it, and it's because it was bear season and we were out there. And though, like out in the Rockies and where I was, it's very touristy. So they will close like trails and everything down when bear activities are happening, because a lot of people from the city come there, or from around the world, that don't know that bears will eat you, kill you, attack you if you're in their fucking food source.
Was it some jackass city person that like created the problem?
No, it was at like a Bass Pro Shop. I went in and I bought some bear spray.
No. I'm saying like that made it like an issue to actually own. Like some jackass actually got hold of it first and like probably carjacked somebody with bear spray, and then they're like, "Well, we got to do something about this."
I don't know. It was before my time. I didn't even know. Like, you know.
Meanwhile, bears are like, "Yeah, restrict that shit."
Well, not just that though. Like, I mean, even so you have to register this with the police department, okay? But that bear spray in the can is only 6 seconds worth of spray. It's only 6 seconds worth of spray. So even if you spray the bear, you're not going to get away from it.
No.
It's a 6 second spray that just stuns it enough that you can run, and you have to hope you can outrun it.
Yeah, you're better off throwing the can at him and running.
Fucking A, yeah.
Don't even waste the time.
Just take the can and don't even spray. Just pound on the bear's head for like 10 minutes until the bear's like, all right, I get the point. You're trying to beat me to shit with the fucking thank you. All right, you win. Go away. I got grass and berries to eat. Just fucking
or my dog or you or whatever time of year it is, and if they're going into hibernation, they're gonna stock up. So yeah, they'll eat people. No problem.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
They will.
Yeah. So yeah, it's insanity. I mean, yeah, but that is a good question. Why did that law come to be about? You're right. It probably was somebody using it for nefarious reasons, and this is why they felt the need to make this law that we don't need.
Get out of your fucking car. And then the person was like, is that a gun? Like, no, it's a gigantic canister of bear spray. And they're like, I'm not afraid. And
do you want to hear something about another retarded law? Totally off topic, but it just reminded me because the law literally is just passing. That, okay, you know how they're doing these drag queen shows for kids? Okay, so like people went in Alberta to protest it, and there was a minister who was there, okay? He was voicing his concerns about the children being around these kids, okay, or around the show. And a man actually assaulted the pastor, pushed him, punched him, kicked him, everything. They took the pastor out, and the pastor went to jail, and the guy that assaulted him didn't even get arrested.
I remember you talking about that recently. Yes.
What kind of fucking world are we living in?
Yeah, these are the things that are wrong with our world that we need to correct immediately.
Yeah, but we're not in a position to correct it. We can just bitch about it all day long, but I mean, what the fuck?
We're in a very good position to correct it. We just, as collectively, will not. And you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. But for US, maybe that's a way of correcting it. But I think in Canada, that's only a way for them to call the military in on us and just disseminate us all. That's what I think.
Why? They're firing their spec ops, their SOF guys for not getting back.
And you've seen what happened in Ottawa, a peaceful protest, and there was no doubt about it. It was peaceful, and they still say it wasn't, and that their actions were justified. And they had a fucking LRAD machine there. Now, I didn't know what an LRAD machine was. I had to look it up. I thought it was a tank, but it's actually a machine that just deafens you. You know,
it projects high frequency and low frequency.
Yes, and it makes you lose your hearing. So, I mean, like, this is what they did to us under hugging and dancing and singing and pleading with them to stop. And they wouldn't listen and they wouldn't stop. They doubled down.
Hold on. Did you dance in front of an LRAD?
Well, actually, I kind of stood back because at this point they were kettling us and there was only one exit out. and I was standing off to the side because I was already up front and in the center, and I knew what they were doing, and they started coming at us from all angles, and I didn't want to get caught up in that because I knew I would have got beaten. So I went over to the side, and I was still filming it. And while I went from the front line to just maybe 300, if that, feet away, they had us surrounded, like literally surrounded, snipers everywhere. Like, it was the scariest thing I've ever witnessed in my life.
I was just
in person.
That's when you stop. That's when you start killing them and taking their weapons and killing them.
Wow.
The reason why I ask, I'm like, if you could stand in front of an LRAD and fucking dance, I don't care if it was like 2 minutes, 5 minutes, or whatever. I'd be like, that's fucking impressive.
Well, what I did is I was standing in the front because at this point I still didn't know what it was. Okay. They had those green thugs there that I later found out were the Quebec SWAT. Okay. We were pleading with them. We were pleading with them to put their fucking guns down because, like, some of the cops, you could see it in their eyes. They didn't give a fuck and they beat the shit out of you and they didn't care. But some of them, you could tell they were really struggling with what they were doing on a moral level. Okay. And so we were pleading with them, like, just put your guns down. All it takes is one of you to just stand with us, and like, it'll change. Like, people will follow you. And like, we were focusing on the guys that were crying. The cops were standing there crying. And then all of a sudden, while we're up front in the front lines trying to beg them to stop, we're not doing anything wrong, they surrounded us from every angle and kettled us. You know what that means, Love. You know what that term is.
For my term would be cattled.
Okay, well,
rounded up.
Yeah,
right?
Yes. They got us into a smaller area so they could beat people down, veterans, old people, anything. And it was absolutely horrifying and traumatizing to see. I don't think I'll ever go back to Ottawa ever again. It left a bad taste in my mouth, man. Like, it's evil there. You got a computer. Look up the Google.
It's like our California.
Yeah, well, I don't know how bad it is in California, but Google the London symbol, or sorry, the Ottawa symbol for Canada, and it comes up 666. No joke. I'm not kidding you. I swear it does. And it lives up to that name. And yes, they can remove videos, and they can silence us, and they can censor us, and they can stop us from doing things. But the truth is out there, and people have opened their eyes.
Yeah.
But that's not good enough. We need more than open eyes now. We need fucking action. Everyone knows what the problem is. We know what it's going to take. We don't want to do it, but someone's got to do it. And wouldn't you rather strike first, or would you rather them strike first? Because they've already struck first. They've gone after everything that was valuable to me in my life, and I've got nothing left now. And like, I really don't want to tell you how bad it is, but things are really bad for me right now. So that's why I'm so upset about all of this, because
I don't know what the rules of engagement are there, or they call them ROEs here, but so like in the States, truck. What's that noise?
Is he rolling the joint or something?
He's cutting. He's cutting stuff. I don't know what the rules of engagement are there, or the ROEs, but in the States, like, they're constitutionally not, the federal government I'm talking about, they're not constitutionally allowed to say use military forces against American citizens on American soil.
Yeah, well, we've learned very recently that our charter's been challenged, our constitution, and it means nothing.
Right. Except for National Guard during massive, like, say, the LA riots, and well, there were riots earlier than that, but other than that, you're not allowed under the U.S. Constitution to use military forces against your own citizens.
They take your constitution way more seriously than we do ours.
No, not if shit. Well, if shit breaks bad that we're talking about, and goes the way we're talking about, that shit's out the window.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. Yep.
That shit's out the fucking window.
I don't know. Like, I mean, we've never had to really challenge our constitution before. And we just took a lot of things for granted that they say are our rights and our freedoms. But until they're actually legally challenged and been thrown out by very, very pronoun and very strong credentials. Like the one guy who challenged the Charter of Rights and Freedoms, he fucking wrote it. He was the last living signature he actually was part of writing this Constitution, and they threw his case out. They said it was moot. So let me get this straight. They said it was moot. He challenged the travel one, the right to move around our own country. They said, oh, it's moot now because we dropped that. Okay, well, let me use that same argument in a different scenario. Somebody goes out and commits a very heinous crime. Say, for example, murder. Oh, well, you can't charge that person with murder because there's no body no more. Now they've been buried. It's done. It's over. That's the logic. They're trying to sell us to make us believe that it's just, you're never going to convince me to be an evil person. You can try all you want, but it's just, you either are evil or you're not, and I'm not. But push me too far and I could do some things that I might have a hard time sleeping with, but you know what? I'll sleep with it if it's for the good of people and humanity, really.
So, and I'm not trying to be a smartass. Did you say anus or heinous crime?
Heinous crimes, like a murder, like
heinous.
Somebody.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know I'm being a smartass.
I know.
That's my job.
That's good. I need that because I've been in a dark place lately.
That's my fucking job. But the government, any government,
they're not our friends. They never were, but they've never been this much of an enemy to us before.
Yeah. Well, because they get away with it.
Yeah, and now they're brazen and just don't even try to hide it anymore. Like it's gotten to the point of no return now.
But that's because of our current leadership in both countries.
Hey, you weren't kidding. I'm watching the video now in Paris. You're not kidding. They're going nuts, huh?
Yes, they are. And you know why? Because they raised the pension from 62 to 64. And like, there's things on fire. The cops are assaulting people. People are assaulting the cops. Like and the post I told you about earlier about people are talking about doing this in Canada online out in the open. They're saying, look what's going on in France right now. And it's like, yeah, I mean,
look, the protests are on fires.
Yes.
So here's the difference, Kim. So like back in the day, like you know, I was a cop for decades.
Yeah.
I would have been like, I'm doing my job, and then like if I was still in the job now, I'd be like, I fucking agree. Go ahead. Here.
I gotta. You know what? I gotta disagree with you there. I think you have too much of a conscience. I think you would have been the ones in the front line. Believe me, there was guys crying, cops crying. They were ready to beat us, and they had their batons, they had their gas. There was some that were crying, and you couldn't even see through their mask because their breathing was so heavy that they were struggling so much that, like, I think you would have been one of the ones to be like, holy fuck, what am I doing? Because you have a sense of constitution as well.
No, that's what I just said. I would be the one to be like,
yes,
I get what you're doing, fucking go through.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was saying.
I'm sorry, I misunderstood.
I wouldn't fight the people fighting for
okay. I'm sorry. I thought that's what you were saying, and I was like, no, I don't think you would be that person. But yes, you're right.
Like, go the fuck through. Like, here, take this. I'd be taking shit off my belt and like, here, take this. You might need this.
Yeah.
Like, I'd be distributing shit. Be like, here.
You are cops that I could get behind, and I used to have respect for cops before all this shit went down. But now I've seen what they're capable of doing under what they say, just following orders or just doing my job. Like, you know what? Fuck you. And I hope those memories haunt you like they fucking haunt us at night when you're quiet and you can't sleep because PTSD makes you fucking insomnia. And when you can sleep, you get nightmares. So either way, you're not winning. But I hope in their quiet moments that they fucking remember running over that lady and the horse in a wheelchair. Fuck. And they try to remove it off the internet. Oh, it didn't happen. It didn't happen. You're fucking right. It happened. A millions seen it around the world, not just Canada. There was other countries reporting on this shit because they seen that our country was being biased and they weren't reporting it. And you know what's funnier to me? I don't know how it works there, but in Canada, our media is bought and paid for literally by the federal government. Well, now they were useful idiots and we tried to fucking tell them, but they wouldn't listen and they followed the money and not their integrity. And now they're getting fired and she's trying to become a victim. And I'm like, bitch, we fucking tried to tell you fucking 2 years ago. You were just a useful idiot to them. You couldn't see it. Go back to fucking TikTok where you came from because you're a fucking airhead. Like, get. But that's what happens. Eventually, the useful idiots run out of usefulness and they get kicked away. And that's what we're starting to see happen now. And I can't wait till it all crumbles. I'm waiting for it. I got my popcorn.
I could dig it.
but it ain't happening fast enough, and that's what's got people so upset. Because like this, this isn't just a cause that I decided to pick up one day. This is a cause that has literally, and if I wasn't so embarrassed, I would tell the truth of what it's really done to me.
Don't.
No, I'm not gonna, because there's a time and a place, and this isn't the place for sure. But let's just say it's fair to say that it's effectively, systematically destroyed my life, almost to the point of no return myself. But I'm a fighter, and I'm not going to let them take me out. But if they were doing the same thing to somebody else that wasn't so strong, and at times I even question my own strength, because I've been through so much and I don't know how I keep going, but I do. Maybe my job here isn't done yet. Maybe I'm here to piss everybody off first and get them out of their comfort zone, because what's happening to me could have happened or still could happen to them. And when it does, I hope they get fucking treated better than they treated me. I don't even have it in me to say, good, haha, fuck you. That's karma, because that should go without saying. So, Chris's theory on, the good eventually win, I want to believe it, but it's not true in my life. I don't know why. Believe me, I've spent years thinking about things, and it always ends up with, it's a circle. And you understand what I'm saying without saying it, because you know.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it would happen in my lifetime either, but I just know it. I try to keep that in the back of my mind, because
it doesn't make me stop fighting.
Yeah.
It
doesn't. No, yeah.
You don't think it's going to happen in your lifetime?
Oh yeah, now I totally do. I think I didn't when I was growing up.
No, I'm talking to Chris. He just said he doesn't think it's going to happen in his life.
No, I think that this crap's going to be going on for a long time.
It's going to go on for as long as we allow it to continue.
That's what I mean. We've already allowed it, and it's just become the new nature.
See, I'm not okay with that.
Mark my words.
Nope,
America
I'm not
will be
either, but
very, very violent place in the next couple of years.
And that's okay, Hopefully that.
I hope it doesn't take a couple of years.
Well, I mean, we're already stupid and violent in the States, but I'm talking about against government.
I know exactly what you're saying, but I hope it doesn't take a couple of years, because I don't know if my sanity can hold out that long. Like, I'm trying. But I mean, you can only push a person so far and fuck with their life in every single fucking way you can even possibly think of, and even ways you didn't even think of. Yet here I'm in a bad position, and it's just like, when you put people in this position after a few years of bullshit, brainwash, trauma, people turning on each other. They told us at one time we couldn't even talk about this. We couldn't even discuss it. We could not ask questions. We could not talk about it. If we did, we were just totally shunned by everybody, including family and friends. So when I say that this is affecting me deeply, like, I could go on and on, but that's my personal private business. And I'll tell you guys off of line if I feel the need that it's hard for me to talk about my personal stuff, right? Like, I'm sure you guys can appreciate that. You're dudes. You understand that.
Yeah, totally. 100%.
I have a penis. I understand.
Yeah, I know. And I feel like I have a fake one. I feel like I have a fake one. I feel like I'm a dude, okay? Like, I mean, I act more like a dude than some of the dudes I even fucking know.
If you don't want to talk if you don't want to talk about personal shit, you don't have to. That's the bottom line.
No, I mean, it's just
not on here. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, even like on a phone call, she doesn't have to say shit.
No, she doesn't. No, right.
That's all I'm saying.
I don't know. The way that I work these days, it's like, it takes me a long fucking time, if ever I open up and say anything about my personal shit. But it comes in like little kind of spurts. Like, I'll say a little bit, and then I'm like, okay, that's weird. It's awkward. I don't feel comfortable doing this. So I'm going to stop, because like, if there's one thing I know how to do, it's how to clear a room or to silence people where it's like, I don't know what to fucking say or do. So like, I just don't want to do that. Like, it's happened too many times that it's just like, I'm just going to keep it to myself, because there's no point.
Well, here's the thing. We know each other through a social media platform, right? And I use the term each other usually. And even though we have talked on the phone several times, it doesn't mean we know each other. And why should I expect you to give me personal information, or
I don't think it's an expectation. I just think as time goes on, the longer you know somebody, the more eventually the people start to learn about you, right? Like
Yeah,
about,
but we never hung out. We never broke bread together. We
oh
never
no,
had.
I know. I totally,
one-on-one.
no, I totally, I agree 100%. I do, you know, but
Yeah.
this even goes the same way with like people in my life, like that I see on a daily. Like people have learned so much about me in the last couple of months that they didn't even fucking know that it's like, I don't even know how I kept it to myself all this time. Like but I live alone, so it's easy, right? Like I go and do my work, I come home, I keep to myself. So it's easy for me to keep things away from people, right? It's almost really too easy.
Yeah,
Actually.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely get that, but is that an avoidance type thing? You know what I mean?
100%. I'm
Okay.
totally avoiding everything. That's what I do when I get
No, I'm not
into
saying everything. I'm saying like you can share what you want, and you do. You,
yeah, to a
you
certain degree,
communicate.
and then I
Oh,
stop, you know, and then
right.
I stop, and then like it's just it's a coping mechanism that I've learned over time. It's probably an unhealthy one, I'm sure. But it's better than being a fucking
No.
alcoholic or, you know, doing drugs or, you know, whatever. No, I'm not. Did I call you an alcoholic? Fuck off. I didn't.
No, I'm breaking your balls. Jesus.
I will.
What did you just hold up there, by the way?
2 empty beer cans.
Oh, okay. I couldn't really tell. I seen you hold something up, but I'm looking at Obama and Trump in the background.
Yeah, and why do they blue like oh fucking hell, my goddamn blue one.
It's probably my streamer. It's fucking up.
No, it's not your no, it's not yours, it's mine. It's mine. It has nothing to do with
They've
yours.
been trying to silence me for years. Like, hear no evil, see no evil. They've got the see no evil part down, but they can't figure out how to shut me up.
No, I get it. No, it's not your thing. Like, look, watch. When I move, do you see all the blue
Yeah,
background building up, right?
yeah, yeah,
And then when I lean back,
yeah.
yeah, I need to change shit back there. That way it won't do that. But whatever. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I don't care.
Same. No fucks given.
I don't care. Exactly.
Yep, not one.
That being said, it's almost 4 o'clock.
I know. Sorry. We always end up doing these really long lives, which I don't usually do, but when we get talking, boy, do we talk.
I agree, and it's actually good, great conversation.
It is, and it's good to do this and get it out and get other people's opinions and see how things are in their neck of the woods, and maybe we can piece something together. I don't know. Who knows? If nothing else, we're just not walking around with our heads ready to explode. You know, we can have a couple laughs, hang out, and just enjoy.
Maybe it'd be great if we can get both of our countries not ready to explode. That would be a great.
Well, what my ultimate goal is if it does, I'm not say if, when it does, I hope that you don't forget your Canadian sister over here because, like, I'm unarmed. You know what I mean?
Meet me at the border. I'll throw you a rifle, magazines, and ammo, and be like, "Good luck, bitch," and be like, throw it over, and you're like, you have to catch it all. Though
That's hilarious. No, I know of an illegal one that it's a tarp tunnel. They just let people come on through, and then they know that it's honest to God they do. I swear to you, I'm not even lying. Like I couldn't even lie about this, but yeah, you can get anything you want across there. Like, so yeah, we'll just figure it out, and I'll build my igloo now underground, and I'll get things ready.
Underground igloo. What the
fuck? Okay, a bunker, a metal fucking bunker. Then
I was just gonna say, does it snow underground, or you just gonna?
No, but it gets frozen, so you know.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening to my craziness.
No, thank
anytime.
Thank you for having me. Thank you for having for both of us.
Maybe let's do a call soon, and then we can really talk about stuff without any censorship worries.
That's fine.
All right.
That's cool.
Talk to you guys soon then.
Yeah.
Are you gonna boot us, or do we have to boot ourselves?
No, you can boot yourselves. Like, what do you think this is? Room service? Like, what do I got it? Yeah, I mean, you can. No, whatever. Here. I don't even know how to fucking boot you. Yeah, you're gonna have to do it.
You guys tired? You guys actually tired?
I'm not.
Yeah, I have to.
I'm gonna stay out here for a bit. Anyways, bye, love. Give me a call then. Give me a call.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right.
Bye, Chris. Don't fall in any more elevators.
I'll try not to.
That's funny. Are you going to, Chris? Bye. Bye, love.
All right.
Who's that bitch in the background? Okay, I guess I'm out here by myself. Yep, I am. Okay, so bye, Chris. I didn't say bye to him because I wasn't sure if he was staying or going. Yeah, so I titled this Dear Justin Trudeau from Canadians, and I haven't been able to address him, so I'm gonna have to do that in a separate stream because he probably won't like the tone of this one. But maybe I can just address it now and clip it and make it its own separate video so you don't have to sit here and watch 3 hours and 39 minutes of a fucking video, which is so funny because when I come out here by myself, like if I'm even on here for an hour, that's a big thing because I don't really like talking anymore, especially about this stuff because it gets you mad when you care about something so and you're so invested in something and you wish that you had the ability and the power to change it and you don't. To me, that is a helpless feeling, and I don't like doing that. I don't like feeling helpless. I don't like I mean, okay, dear Justin Trudeau, start at 3:40 so I can clip this and make it its own video. There's been a lot of things that Canadians have been trying to tell you for a long time, and you are very good at making yourself unavailable, at fleeing the province through your bunkers onto your private jet, out to the island to your cottage that taxpayers are footing the bill for everything. Okay, I'm going to talk to you like you are just a peasant like us, because in my mind, I think even the term peasant is good, but I'm going to try and keep this as professional as I can. And that's very hard for me to do because I am invested and there are emotions involved and my life has been affected in more ways than I care to even let people know. But when I tell you, or as any other Canadian has tried to tell you, you make yourself unavailable. You can't even walk down the street without 50 to 100 security guards around you. You can't even show your face in public anymore. Even your bought and paid off mainstream social media news outlets are now starting to actually report truth about you, because now people are starting to see things that they have probably seen all along, but they couldn't say anything back then because the money was just too comfortable for them. They didn't want to feel uncomfortable. They didn't want to be in the position that too many Canadians are in right now. And I'm going to talk to you like you're a real fucking person for a minute. Oops, sorry for my language, but it is what it is. Pretend you didn't have private security and private drivers and an unlimited credit card on the taxpayer's dollar. Expenditures that are so obscene that the average person can't even comprehend, like $6,000 a night hotels, $12,000 a month food, grocery bills. Like, do you know that people are literally walking into stores with suitcases, a roller suitcase, filling them up and walking out without paying because they can't afford to eat anymore? The homelessness rate is astronomical. I don't see or hear anybody talking about these things. Pierre Polyev, he's another echo chamber. He talks about the price of milk and 1.5 million people in the food bank. What he's not telling you is that it's a 2-week wait to even get to a food bank. There are so many homeless people because there are not enough shelters to house all of the homeless people. I went into a business a couple of weeks ago and there were 3 guys sleeping on the floor just so they had a warm place to lay their head down and sleep. You know, Trudeau, the ones that I'm talking about, that your driver would probably drive you 10 blocks out of the way so you don't see reality. Or the ones that you would see stopped at the stoplight from the back of your tinted windows limousine and ignore looking at them to see the hurt in their eyes and the pain and the life that you are forcing them to live because they don't come from privilege. They didn't go to public schools. They didn't have a silver spoon. Okay. The majority of the people that I'm speaking about were formerly known as middle class. Now we're known as almost extinct. Okay. You've ruined people's mental health. You've ruined the economy. It's funny how you became so rich over it, but I can't say how, because let's just say you had certain investments and things and had insider knowledge and were able to put yourself in a position to be able to benefit off of said things. And your net worth has grown. I think it was like $355 million in the 8 years that you've been a prime minister. How does the net worth of a prime minister go high as that? Do tell. Share your wealth secrets, bud. I bet you can't, though. I bet you that's all redacted documents, too. The reality is that I heard a YouTube video earlier saying that a woman cannot walk down the street with protection to protect herself in the event that she gets attacked. But it's funny that you say that, because you can't even walk down the street yourself, Trudeau, without protection, because people might try and attempt to hurt you if they could even get anywhere near you. So how are you sitting on your fucking high chair, or high horse? How are you able to tell people that they cannot carry something to protect themselves, but you can't even follow the same advice? Let's see you live on a budget that you're trying to make people live in today's economy. Do you know how many people are getting evicted from their homes? How many people are losing their homes now? The cost of everything, interest rates have gone up on mortgages. The food costs are astronomical. Insane. Like, there's a reason why people are walking into stores and stealing. It's because they can't afford it. You put a triple carbon tax on our gas bill. Like, I'm so afraid to even look at my gas bill right now. But, don't worry about it. And then you claim that we have all these services that are going to help people, and call them if you're in trouble. But, when you do call them, they speak over you. They speak down to you. They actually tell you that your case isn't serious enough for them, and that they have real people to help, and real people with real issues, and don't call me again. Like, I'm sick of people being in positions where you need to have a heart and you fucking don't. Where the space where your heart is supposed to be is rusted over from all of the tin that's supposed to be a heart. It's so rusted over that none of this even matters to any of you people anymore. And it probably never fucking did, because your friends are set up, your family's set up, you've invested money into companies that don't even exist, and then say it's unlawful to do an investigation on you? I don't think so. That's taxpayers' money. We have every fucking right to know, and it deserves to be public. And you don't get to pick who judges over you and finds you innocent before it's even started. You are the shadiest person I've ever seen in my entire life. And God, if there is karma, I hope that bus comes for you soon, man. I really do, because you have no idea the amount of pain and suffering that you've caused on people. And I hope that the people realize that are holding you up, that the ship is sinking, and it's time that they save themselves before it's too late. And I hope that they do. But if they don't, who cares? I don't care. I can't even save myself at this point. So yeah, bye, Justin Trudeau, the toddler Prime Minister of Canada, from Canadians everywhere. Pack your bags, go the fuck away, and don't come back ever again. Don't show your face in Canada. You're not fucking wanted here.